in my factory. Many in my factory.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
We're going to have to do it ourselves again. You ready? Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Real BBC. I've just found out that I'm going to be hosting this week. Bagging, boarding, and chatting. Gary has deserted us all because he wants to make his Fantastic Four video, and that's way more important than any of you lot or us. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. He said he'd pop in about an hour or so to give his spoiler-free takes on Fantastic Four. But I just watched the film threat. Hold on. Hi, Molly. How you doing? Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm all right. How you doing? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? You just spend the week working, and just preparing for the next Marvel adventure. Yay!
Do you know what this Real BBC is going to be? Because we've had a little bit of a chat before the show. Do you know what this Real BBC is going to be? It's going to be a bitch session.
Yeah, probably.
It's just going to be a bitch session. Molly and I, let's just say Molly and I have not had the best starts to the day.
No.
Okay. Let's just say that fate has conspired against us this morning. And so we're just in one of those moods. This is, what are we on now? The Schlurpo Menace.
Something like that, yeah.
I think we're on the Schlurpo Menace right now.
Not going to do Rogue One, I guess.
Well, we've got to do the Schlurpo Menace, then we've got to do Attack of the Schlurpo, and then we've got to do Revenge of the Schlurpo. Then we've got to do the Force Schlurpos.
Oh, you want to do like release order? Okay.
Then it'd be Rogue Schlurpo. Then it'd be the last Schlurpo, but that's a lie.
The Phantom Schlurpo versus the Rogue Schlurpo.
Rise of Schlurpo.
Ugh.
By which time we'll be bankrupt.
I can't touch my microphone right now. If I do, it'll topple over. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, so Morley's microphone arm is broken. He's holding it together through love and duct tape.
And a bit of anger.
Yeah, just before I came into the office to stream, I left the door open last night so that hopefully it could cool down a bit. And the dog took the opportunity to come in and shit under my desk.
Yep.
So I had to cleaning up dog shit just before you go live on the stream. Primo stuff. And then we sat down and we just started having a nice bitch about the fucking retards who are trying so hard to lie about box office, even though they know exactly how box office works. So we're just like, fuck it. We're gonna have a bitch session today.
Yeah.
And we don't care whose feelings we fucking wind up, because shut up.
That numbers box office site is fun because you get to compare with any movie from the past. It makes it real easy.
The numbers is a really good site. It's a really good site. Yes, it had a bit of a data entry mess up this week, which a couple of websites apparently decided to run with, even though clearly a data entry error to the degree that I think in the UK did like 6.6 million for the opening weekend of Superman. So that's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, averaging 2.2 million a day, right? It was saying by the end of Tuesday, so 2 days later, that the UK box office was now on 21.6 million, which means the Monday and the Tuesday would have averaged about 6.6 or something, 6.3 million each, which would have been 3 times the weekend. And you got people going, "Oh look, Superman, it feels so good."
Yeah, that's what happened. Numbers don't lie.
Numbers
Except
don't lie.
When
Except
they
when they
do.
Except when they do. And then on top of that, did Superman have a good hold domestically this week? Yes. We'll go into that. It had a decent hold, had a good hold. It only went down by 53%. Solid week. Is that a good hold on a good start? No. It's a good hold on the lowest of the predictions. Right. And then that's just the domestic. So it had a good hold on a bad, not a great start. But the international, which started off really poorly, continues to do poorly. But James Gunn's got a coat for that as well now. So it kind of got to the point. Yesterday I did a video. I broke down exactly how the box office works. And I even used the shill figures, which, not that I believe them at all, but just to show, even using the shill figures, exactly how much money this film has to make to break even. And it's a long ways off. It is a long ways off. So the Monday's just come in for Superman, 6.9 million, down 47% from the previous Monday, because now we're operating on a law of diminishing returns. As soon as the fucking first weekend is out, it goes on the law of diminishing returns. So it's we'll go into all of that. We'll go into all of that. But apart from your arm breaking, not your physical arm, your microphone arm breaking, how you doing?
Yeah, it's all right. Generally, just keeping myself busy. I've been a bit non-stop this week, but it's like trying to catch up on some stuff too. I've watched some interesting things, bits and bobs here and there. One of them, I actually rewatched the 2004 or 5 Fantastic Four movie.
I want to say 5.
Well, in any case, it's been a while since I watched it, and yeah, I like it. I like that movie. It's fun. I think it is 2005.
Is it?
2007 was Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, 7 is Rise of the Silver Surfer. And he's just having a look-see poo. 2005, yes. Ooh. Even though the image on Google for the 2005 Fantastic Four is Josh Trank's
Right.
Fantastic Four, which was 2015. Was that 2015? Ian Gruffold was on the red carpet.
He was.
And he was looking great.
Yeah.
And they even had the cast from Roger Corman's Fantastic Four from, what is it, 94? Which Roger Corman did a Fantastic Four movie in 1994. Why haven't people wait, I didn't see that. It's because it was never released. It was simply done so they could hold on to the license for it. But yeah, he looked great. I thought he looked great. I was like, bloody hell, I would have taken him over Pedro.
Oh, dude, yeah, he could totally still play Reed, but obviously he's not enough of a draw, so never mind.
No, we just got to have the man that's in everything.
Hey, it's going to make a big jillion, all right?
It's every movie. It's every TV show. It's every. But you've noticed that he kind of plays the same character in everything. I'm starting to notice that.
Well, I didn't watch Gladiator 2, did you?
Oh God, no. No, I love Gladiator. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Is Gladiator.
Oh, well, you're in luck. They made a sequel with the same director.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
You're as lucky as the fans of Alien who got Prometheus.
Well, that's
you're as lucky as the Blade Runner fans.
But this is right. This is it. This is it. This is the effect. After I saw Prometheus, I was just like, for fuck's sake. Did I watch Blade Runner 2049? No.
You didn't?
I've never seen it. Did I want to see
Covenant? Alien Covenant?
No. No, after I saw which was the other one? The first one. Well, the first of the new ones.
Yeah, Prometheus, right?
Prometheus, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So no, after Prometheus, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get it. I am not watching another one of these.
That was depressing, man.
Crap.
2011.
What?
Prometheus, yeah, it's 2011, right?
No. That long ago now?
Oh, sorry, 2012.
Well, still.
And Prometheus and Avengers came out the same year, huh?
That is crazy.
People are accusing Ridley of being like decrepit making that. That was 13 years later. We get more stuff from him.
Dude, have you seen the Predator Badlands?
Oh, dude. Oh, no. No.
Is this the first Predator with Down syndrome? I don't know. Wow. Anyway, so it's a Wayland android.
Dude, there's so many monkey paw kills we've been having in the past week, or well, I should say decades. It's like, a movie where the main character is the predator, and we get a POV from their, just watching them engage. It's like, okay, I'm on board. And it's like the worst designed predator you've ever seen. You're like, oh, it has a fucking girl companion who's gonna talk the whole movie. It's like, oh, great.
Yes. Did you see that because apparently this robot gets torn in half quite early or something?
I thought it was just found torn in half.
Oh, it could have been found in. Okay, so it could be found torn in half, and he puts her on the back, right? Uh-huh. And then all I saw after that was people just putting the meme of Chewbacca and the broken C-3PO on the back. Yeah. I'm like, I can't unsee that now. Oh, you could, because I literally can just imagine the meeting and just go, wouldn't it be good? Remember Empire Strikes Back? Where Chewbacca and C-3PO on the back and C-3PO is telling him everything?
It's a line in the trailer that's like, you're a predator animal, but on this planet, you're the prey. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Could anyone have figured that was the point? It's a genius bit of writing. There's plenty of it. And I already know it's like, so she's going to be insufferable and awful, and she's going to say everything that they're worried people won't get,
Yes. She's going to be the exposition dump and the explanation dump. And then at the end, she's going to say, and you know who the biggest villain was all along? Man.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's how it's going to end. And they're going to go around the corner, and there's going to be the ruins of the Google building.
Dude, it's so funny. On that Numbers website, it's like the most anticipated films. It says Fantastic Four, First Steps, like Predator Badlands, The Bad Guys 2, and it's like, I don't whatever. Supergirl. It's like, oh, fuck. The Conjuring 17, I presume. Avatar 3. Freaky Friday 2. You're like, Jesus Christ.
I thought they'd already done a Freaky Friday. Didn't they do Freakier Friday?
That is it. Freakier Friday is Freaky Friday 2. It just hasn't come out yet. Apparently, it's most anticipated.
I thought Nobody 2. I'll take that. Was Nobody 2 there?
No. Should be, though, I guess.
Hold on. Now you got me having a little bit of a look. Superman. Here we go. Let's scroll down from the Superman. Wait. Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, Lilo and Stitch crossed into $1 billion. I assume you know that.
Did it?
Yep.
Haven't seen the cartoon.
It's just a...
Don't care about
to me, it's just a good summary of 2025 that would be the biggest box office win. It's like, yeah, of course.
Isn't that the one that they changed the most and people hated the changes?
I fucking hated that movie. It was awful. The original deserves so much more recognition than that piece of shit, but here we are. Live action remakes are back on the menu, boys.
Back on the menu, boys. Cannot wait for more.
Awesome.
Right. Okay. What else? Oh, I tell you what, we should have a little bit of a chat about before we go into anything.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just thee and me. Saints and Sinners ended. The campaign ended.
It is over. It is over.
Father, is it over? No king rules forever, my son. Yeah, our campaign has finished. I want to see if I can bring up the finished campaign. Oh, actually, I think I actually had it then. I think I had it then for a moment, you know. Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, so our campaign, and this is Morley and I, both of us, this is our writing debuts, okay? So if I just share the screen, we ended selling 13,059 books and ended up taking 5, not us personally, we wish, 515,000, I was going to say million. Billion dollars. $515,255. That was a campaign well done, which made us, by the way, the biggest selling books, biggest selling book for the Rippaverse in 2025. I have to say, so far.
Do we in both books sold and total sales, or just book sold?
In books sold, second in total sales behind Isom 3. Which is amazing because, you know, Isom 3 had all of its CGCs and everything and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that ended up doing 660,000, this 515. And this is like second by a long shot, though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one closest is, I think, like 375, which in itself is fucking great. So, yeah, we did exceedingly well.
Did all right.
Big thank you to everybody that picked it up. And even if you missed the campaign, you can still go to the shop and you can still get cover E. But all the other stuff, no. It's all gone. How is it? People, I think somebody said, when does it ship? I believe it's going to the printers very soon. They're just doing the final edits, I believe, the final checks on the edits, making sure that everything's okay. And then it will be going to the printers. Because there aren't any CGCs with this campaign, when it comes back from the printers, I imagine it will be shipping pretty quickly after that. So, woo!
Yes.
Can't wait to get our copies and whatnot, you know? A CGCs are graded. It's where it's autographed and then graded, or just graded. But the Rippaverse tends to do CGCs and signed CGCs or autographed CGCs. But because there was a Brit, there was a Englishman, Scotsman, Irishman, Canadians, Americans, to get everyone to sign would have been
bit tough.
Yeah, bit tricky dicky. So there weren't any CGCs for this campaign, but that means, of course, that Rippaverse lovers, book lovers, you can go and try and get your holy grail of everyone to sign it somehow, some way, somewhere. Who knows? And J2, well, thank you for reminding us of that, because I'd already forgotten. Auto pen. Fucking auto pen. No. It's got to be legit. It's got to be absolutely legit. So
From
well
the
done.
hand.
Well done, sir. Looking forward to when people get it. Looking forward to when it gets into people's hands and see what they think.
Yeah, well done, everybody.
Very excited.
Yes.
So let's talk about this Superman box office and all the absolute bollocks surrounding it, shall we?
Suppose we could, yes.
Because people just want to talk fucking shit for some reason. We like this film, and because we like this film, we need to go and make shit up because of it. I liked the number 7 more than number 8, but I like the last 2 Mission Impossible movies.
Right.
Definitely number 7 more than I did number 8. Number 6 is the best. That's just fact. But even I'm just like, no, those movies lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
There
was even like a bit of a thing of like, could Final Reckoning make it? It's like, it doesn't matter how good its opening is. That movie costs so much money. It's fucked, basically. That's what we were talking about at the time.
Yeah, so I like that. I like those films. They lost a load of money. Has that affected my enjoyment of them? No. But the cope around this film is fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. Now, whether or not you like it, you don't like it, it's indifferent. I mean, that's just your personal opinion. You're entitled to it. I initially gave it a 5 out of 10. I revised that down to a 4 out of 10 on the afternoon tea with Az after I'd watched it. I'd been way too, after going through it, I'd been way too generous with a 5. So I reduced mine down to a 4 out of 10, which I think is perfectly fine for this film. Anywho, so if we go into the domestic details, it had an okay domestic opening. It wasn't great. It was right on the bottom half of the prediction curve. Bearing in mind, of course, chat, other things that you have to take into... I know, I'm just a Marvel shill. You're absolutely right. I like that. You didn't like... I like that. Actually, I'm really glad that you brought that up, dude. Because that was another thing, Morley, that was so funny, was that if you said you didn't like this Superman film, you instantly became a Marvel shill.
Yeah.
And it's just like, have you heard my Marvel
We are known Marvel shills. Come on.
Yes. As you know, it's Heel versus Marvel is the name of my channel. I renamed it after I watched The Eternals, which saved lives.
Heel versus Marvel face.
Heel versus everything Marvel fan face.
Mm-hmm.
So chat. Again, a couple of things that you need to know is this was predicted to the box office predictions had this as high as 175 million domestic. Okay. And the average until really close to launch was around about 155 million. That's what the box office prediction was. Then some prediction came in that it was going to be as low as 95 million to 135, I think it was. But that was quickly sort of dismissed. And then literally, I think a couple of days before it came out, or on the day that it came out, the prediction was about 125, 135 million. So this always had a pretty high prediction of around the 155 million opening weekend. 125 ended up being the bottom end, the right bottom end of the predictions, the box office predictions for domestic. The problem was the international only came in at 95 million, 30 million below. And that was terrible, because now you had something that domestically came in at the bottom end of the prediction, and the international came in substantially lower, 30 million lower. So the opening weekend for this film was not great, and it wasn't a good indication of where the box office would go. Would you say that is a fair assessment so far, Morley? What would you
Yes, I would. Well, I mean, my take is just the simplest version of all of this is domestic is looking solid / okay.
Mm-hmm.
International is looking pretty bad. That seems to be the baby's takeaway from this box office, without getting into super details. And so what you've done is just lay out how this is contextualized.
Okay, I mean, that's the TLDR. So the Monday, it does 13 million. That's a good Monday. That's actually, it's a good Monday. Tuesday, 17.1 million. It's a good Tuesday in relation to where it's taken so far. Okay, this is also what you have to understand. In relation to the average start that it had, these are good. The Wednesday, 11.78 million, good. And the Thursday, 11 million. That's good. So it held up well, the domestic box office during the week, on the lowest end possible opening.
Yeah.
This is so. If it opened up to like predictions, 155 to 175 million, these are substantially higher, and these look a lot. These will therefore start to look lower because the percentages will drop a lot more. So it had a good hold domestically during the week. I think that's very fair to say. If anyone tells you these are bad, I would say they're lying. I wouldn't say these are bad numbers at all. Are they great? It's a good hold. It's a really good hold for the domestic. So it goes into the weekend, and the weekend has a 70% drop-off rate from the Friday to Friday. But of course, the first Friday incorporates the preview day. So 70% is actually not that bad. It's not terrible. 39% drop on the Saturday, 40% drop on the Sunday. I'd again say that's solid. Solid. So it ends up being a 53% drop off, which is pretty good. You know, somewhere around those lines are pretty good. So it had a 50% drop off on an average start. So again, the domestic is looking fine. It's looking okay. Where are you on that? Fair with that?
Well, all I want to say in relation to that is what we can expect going forward, but I guess we'll do that after we've done current international.
Yeah, we're just laying out where the figures are right now.
Yeah.
And then we'll go in based off this, where it's going. Okay. So, second weekend box office domestically ends with 236 million. That is roughly, by the way, on the same pace as Jurassic Park 7 domestically.
Mm-hmm.
And Jurassic Park also had the benefit of being the 4th of July weekend, and it had a Wednesday opening. So it had a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So as regards to keeping pace with that, great, fine. Problem is, though, Jurassic World has really strong international.
Yeah, dinosaurs do well worldwide.
Yes. So, regardless of keeping pace with it domestically, it has not kept pace internationally. And that 30 million deficit has now opened up into 65 million deficit.
Well, it's just 70, isn't it?
Well, we've added the Monday on. The Monday's been added on. So without the adding of the Monday, yesterday, I should say, at the end of the weekend, the gap had gone to 65 million. So the international is not in any capacity keeping pace at all. In actual fact, it's losing at the same rate.
It's weak.
Yeah, it is not good. So now with the Monday added, which is at 6.9, it's at 416 million at the box office, with Fantastic Four opening up this week.
Which is honestly like bad news for Superbad. Big time.
Yes. Now, this would be the perfect time to kind of say what seems to be the mood with Fantastic Four. Well, Gary will come in a little bit and give a quick spoiler free. But from what I can get from Gary, didn't hate it, but lost him completely in Act 3. I saw Chris Gore say that he didn't hate it. That it's not the most flattering, but Chris Gore did say better than Superman.
That's going to mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
Exactly. It's like how people choose to process that information is obviously going to be up to them. But he said it was more cohesive than Superman. It told a more cohesive story than Superman, and the performances were fine. So he didn't hate the movie. I love the fact that didn't hate it is now kind of coming across as a low form compliment.
Oh, is that not indicative of our current era? I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. That doesn't sound great.
I always reference it so it sticks in my mind. But there's a Simpsons meme where Krusty is doing an ad for some fucking burger. It doesn't matter. He takes a bite out, eats it, swallows it, and goes, "I don't mind the taste."
Yeah,
which is like that is how we react to a lot of movies these days. I don't mind the taste.
Yeah. There's no point in even the shill media they're all saying that it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy.
It's a masterpiece. It's the best Marvel film since the last. Dude, do you know I nearly died laughing? Do you know what I saw on somebody's Fantastic Four review?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even
Endgame or best since Thunderbolts. Best since Thunderbolts.
Well, we've had actually one of them was best since Infinity War.
Right.
I think was one. Another one was Return to Form.
Return to Form, yeah. Back to its roots.
Return to Form. The thing that they said on every fucking Marvel film that's released in about the last 3 years: a return to form, a return to form, a return to form, a return to form.
There's a life cycle for like all of these types of films now that it's become so apparent. And I posted it to Fringy the other day, but there was this, the fight scene with Sentry versus the Thunderbolts.
Yes.
There was just like a clip of that going around, and someone had quote tweeted it, and it had 30K likes, and it said, "How the fuck do people enjoy movies like this?" And it's like, oh, have we? You almost want to notch it on a calendar to start to scientifically see when this happened. But there was a comment underneath that was like, oh, have we switched into hating Thunderbolts now? Like, it's like, yeah, looks like enough time has passed. You can hate Thunderbolts now. It's okay. It's on the spit. We don't care about it anymore. Like,
right.
Promote and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, what's next? It's like, well, Superman will have its time. People will start posting, different clips and be like, I didn't think that actually looked as good as other people thought it did. Or the Mr. Terrific fight scene. Someone might be like, You know, me personally, I don't like it when the camera's spinning in circles or that someone's in front of it. Or someone will be like, you know, it's kind of funny how the Kents were in the film for like 5 seconds. It always starts as like a, you know, little comment.
Isn't it odd? Isn't it strange? Didn't you think?
Yeah, just you know, and then give it another month, and it's like, actually, you know, Superman was bad. Actually, happens like a month after that. Then it's just like, there we go, cycle's complete. Because Thunderbolts, no one cares to promote or praise it anymore. All those fucking like all those bots and like what's worthwhile for your account, it's all over. So you could just actually be honest about it now. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, once the box office just didn't take off, that stopped pretty quickly. But I think I personally think that Superman is not going to age well. I don't think it's going to age well at all. I think give it a few months, and I think we're going to give it a few months. I don't know, maybe even a couple of months. We're going to start to see a lot of like what you just mentioned. Isn't it strange that? Isn't it odd that? Isn't it weird that the Kent, you know, like I said, the Kents are in it for like 2 minutes, and then apparently we're meant to fully understand his relationship with his, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think we're going to start to see that. I don't think this film will age well at all. And so if we just carry on with the box office going forward, then if the international marketplace is kind to Fantastic Four, and Marvel movies tend to do okay internationally in terms of usually keeps up pace with the domestic.
Well, we can have a look, right?
I can bring it. Let's bring up. Let's actually.
I mean, because it doesn't require success. It's just a matter of ratio. So Thunderbolts.
Yeah, let's bring up Thunderbolts.
190 million domestic versus 192 million international. That is close.
Well, yeah, that's like a million by what I've just heard.
About 2, yeah. So
2 million difference between the two. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Can you grab? Can you just link in private chat the Eternals and Doctor Strange?
Okay,
please?
yeah. Well, I was actually going to do first the Marvels because let's see how it compares because it's it did awful, but
Captain Black Falcon America Man.
So international for the Marvels was 121 million, and then domestic was 84. So a bit more of a gap there. But the thing is, that film did so badly. Holy shit! Crashed and burned, eh? Which one do we want next? Eternals. Let's see.
Okay, so Thunderbolts. Here we go. Yeah, 190 domestic. Here we go. Let me just share this. So this is the last Marvel movie to come out. Boom. So pretty much on parity with each other.
Yeah.
Pretty much on parity. And yes, Superman has passed the wankers. Here is Captain Black American Falcon Man of color.
Pretty close.
Pretty close again. On parity with each other. On parity with each other.
Hey, Az.
Yes.
Isn't that strange? Shouldn't the international be way lower considering anti-American sentiment?
Well, this is called Captain America.
but I heard that films that have anything to do with America do badly internationally now.
But it's Captain America.
Well, that's less American than Superman.
Yes, because Superman is Super America Man.
Exactly. Don't worry, Chad. That'll make sense in a moment.
Just Captain America. So he's not. Captain's not as high as Super.
And man is more American. Man.
I mean, if we want to play James Gunn's stupid game, I'll play James Gunn's stupid game. This has got America in the title, and the guy's black. What do you got now, James? What do you got now?
Well, the international did better than domestic, so
exactly.
Curious.
I'd like to see how much this did with China, considering Superman's fucking dying in China. Let's see how Captain America's doing in China. 12.9 million is what it did in China. What did Az mean by this? I'll tell you what Az meant by this, Anna. If he's talking about anti-American sentiment,
do you want to? Because people just don't know about it.
Then we get told all the time about racial sentiment as well. So if this has both got America in the title and the guy's black, then surely the international would be, and they'd just be in the toilet, wouldn't they? According to James Gunn.
I was going to say, do you want to give context facts? Some people don't know about it.
Sure, go on.
Well, I mean, I'll try and find the quote, but James Gunn. You know what? It's better to say there's an order to the way we can discuss this, because I was going to say what I think prompts this very interestingly is the discussion over the box office. A lot of people saying it's just brilliant, excellent.
Here we go. I got it. I'll just grab the first one I've got here.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to set it up.
Yeah,
so everyone's saying it's doing bloody brilliant, excellent, amazing, hallelujah, and then obviously, as we just gone over, international's not looking so good, and it's only going to look worse over the next few days. And so a lot of people will be like, bullshit, it's doing great. Worldwide, it's doing great. Great. And it's like, okay, then, why is it, if that's true, that James Gunn has now come out with an explanation for the international failure?
Here we go. James Gunn says Superman international box office success is surprising due to the anti-American sentiment around the world right now. Well, Captain Black Falcon America Man came out this year, May? Was it May? I don't know. Was it February? I don't know. Oh no, it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? So the it's doing surprisingly. Its success is surprising because everybody hates America. That's a very clever way of saying the international box office is not doing well.
Well, I mean, get to the quotes.
James Gunn isn't letting the super woke right-wing criticisms bring his Superman down. The writer-director, who's also co-head of DC... Oh, stop letter pushing. The superhero film has reached success at the international box office.
It's so interesting because, you, as you know, and as we all know, a lot of statements about box office need to be. They're as far as they're concerned, especially the marketing team, it can affect the box office, what you say about the box office. So everything that's said is marketing as well.
Yes.
So what he's saying here needs to be positive on the international, but simultaneously explain why it isn't as good as it needs to be. It's like, wait, what?
I mean, it's odd within itself to highlight a specific part of the box office, i.e. the international. Why would you even need to do that if it was successful? Wouldn't the box office take just be a success? But when you have to highlight specifically the international due to your alleged anti-American sentiment, do you know what? Neither of us are American.
Nope.
Okay, I can say, do I hate America? No, I love America in as much as I think America has brought a lot to the world. What don't I like about America are the things I don't like about America. Absolutely. There are things I don't like about America. There are things I don't like about the UK. There are things I don't like about other places.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that I hate about America is how ungrateful a lot of people like James Gunn are for what that country's given to them. That's one thing that I hate about America. Is people in privileged positions like James Gunn, who's had every conceivable benefit afforded to them, that has made a lot of money, been a success due to the opportunities that the country has offered to him, bitching about America. Like a lot of these fucking people, if they're so anti-American, fuck off. Go and live a life of poverty in the heart of South America or the heart of Eastern Europe or the heart of fucking Africa or somewhere where you literally are fighting for your food on a daily basis, your water on a daily basis. So that's what I hate. Not the country, not what the country's brought to the world, because the country's brought beautiful things to the world, many great pop culture elements to the world, many great facets to the world. But ungrateful people like James and other tards like him, and people who have come in from the American dream, immigrants that have come across, or people who claim to be from minority backgrounds, who have made great successes of themselves, turning around and talking about how held down they are, or how there's this anti-American, because they are simply projecting their own anti-American sentiment onto everybody else, because they're embarrassed by what exactly, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's something I would say I hate about not America, but certain Americans. The film has reached, well, it's all past that now. But yes, it was so bizarre that he had to specifically highlight the international box office and then tried to say, it's amazing how good it's doing because of how many people hate America.
Well, so specifically, he says the anti-American sentiment around the world right now isn't really helping us. Obviously, what he's saying is our international box office has been damaged by anti-American sentiment in the world, which is insanity.
But he's just said it's reached success at the international box office.
This is what I'm saying. Is like, oh, we're doing great. We haven't been helped by it's like he needed to throw in a reason that's not to do with his movie. It's like, it's not my movie. It's
the anti-Americans in India. It's a great way to deflect away from your movie and just blame a nebulous group of people. Just this.
Like, he follows it up with saying everything has been a total win. It's like, no, it hasn't. Obviously.
No.
This is just the seed of the tree that Peter and I have been watering for the past 3 years.
Oh, shut up, James. Shut the fuck up, James.
Let's see how the leaves of Supergirl do. The branches.
Well, we can talk about that in a bit. But yes, as you can see, folks, there is now a 65. Well, it's now extended to 70. But there is a 70 million differential between the domestic and the international. Fantastic Four comes out Thursday for most people. I'm going to see it Thursday. You can see here on the prediction gradient where it comes in at the very lowest. Boom. It's just holding within the predictions. So it's not like it's. And this is the predictions based off the start now. So this is like the ebb and the flow of the start of the box office. So it's not as if it's doing terrible, but it's not as if it's actually doing gangbusters either.
Well, as you said, it's the lower end of the prediction as well. It's already dipped below the middle.
So to add some more context, right? Let's just take a shill post, okay? Let's just take a shill post. And I know you're going to see, but how can you say that this is a shill account? Obviously, you're coping. You're coping and whatnot. Okay, yeah, I get you. So the account is called DCU Hype. And the handler is DCU Hype Guy.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. That to me sounds...
They probably hated it.
Legit. Oh, absolutely. Now, I don't know about you guys, but okay, I might as well show that. I mean, hell, I might as well just show this. Because obviously we need the context, you see. Now, this guy isn't a shill, you know. It's not a shill at all. And this isn't an account which is being bolstered by bots from a third-party marketing company who have been hired by Warner to try and push tweets by... Anyway, so, Superman, DCU, James Gunn. Oh, what's this? I don't think Batman will be played by Brandon Skelar, Alan Rickson, or Nat Mann. Wow, that was a brave thing to say, sir. Using the "I'm a brave man that stands out against everyone else" meme. My God, sir. I might doffed my hat to thee. Isn't it amazing, by the way? 42 likes, 16K. We are witnessing the greatest cinematic rivalry of all time.
Come on, man.
Look, by the way, no hashtags, no nothing. 16K likes. This is perfectly organic. It's perfectly organic. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. A Jimmy Olsen series is in the works at DC Studios. James Gunn, Feige, and Superman. It's a Superman Doomsday. It's why it does not look super. This does not look super. Man. Oh no, dissing the Marvel. People reacting to the Superman. If Man of Steel and BVS were received like Superman, they would have made 800 to 900 million. Well, that's funny you should say that, because Man of Steel in today's money made $930 million at the box office. But I guess they're not ready for that. Anyway, Superman has passed 406 million at the box office, domestically, international. Right, but that's not the post. The post is this one here on the 19th of July. Superman has crossed 337 million worldwide, 225 million production budget. Okay. And 100 million marketing budget. Considered a major success for DC Studios 1. Right. So this is just using their figures. Okay. This is the Shill accounts figures. Do I think the production budget was 225? I do not. I think it was higher than that. I think it will come out in the future that it was higher than that. But we're going to use their numbers. Is the marketing 100 million? Go fuck yourself in the ass with a fucking 15-foot dildo. It's 100 million.
Oh my God, there's no way.
Oh,
the amount I've seen Superman bullshit everywhere. There's no way.
Not a chance in hell that this was 100 million marketing. The likelihood is 200, 175, 200. Probably more in line with this than the production budget. But but even using their numbers, using the Shill's numbers, what would this movie have to make? Because they're hinting that 325 plus 100 is 325. It's made 337. So they're sort of intimating that it's in profit. It's 12 million in profit.
Yeah, that's profiting.
Yeah. So using their figures, production budget, international and domestic box office. So 50%, 50 cents on the dollar for domestic, 40 cents, 30 cents, 25 cents on the dollar internationally. So production budget wise, double it to 450, incorporate what the international would be. It's probably around 450, which it won't be because there is international. So it's got to be more than that anyway. But the lowest end, just for argument's sake, 450 million to probably 500 to 525, somewhere along those lines, million, just on production budget alone. So let's say 450 to 500, because I am very kind. I am a very kind person. So this has to hit about 500 million to get their production budget back. Then you add on the marketing, which is 100 million. But again, 50 cents on the dollar. So to get 100 million worth of marketing, you need to make at least 200 million box office. So you add the 500 and you add the 200 and you get 700 million. So to even using this guy's still numbers, the film would have to hit about 700 million to break even.
But I've been told that's a lie.
Okay, please explain.
Well, because that's a lot of money, and that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. So it doesn't make sense to people that cinemas don't hold movies for free.
It's a lot of money. Any movie that makes 700 million would be a major success. You're just wrong.
So they think that people, DC, Warner, they drive the truck up to the cinema and they say, play this movie and then give us all the money from the movie. And the theaters go, absolutely.
Okay, well, so by your logic,
Mm.
with everything we knew about Final Reckoning, for example, that wouldn't have made much money. So by your logic, then it made like 600. Are you saying 600 million is just not much money? Is that what you're saying?
600 million is a lot of money. Is it enough money to make their money back? No.
So you're saying it's not very much money, which is stupid. So you're a liar.
No, I'm saying that Final Reckoning lost money.
No, 600 million is it's a large amount of money. You'd know that.
If you just put 600 million on a desk, it looks like a lot of money. Yes, it does. But is it enough to make back the money that they put into the film? No.
Not every film has to make $10 trillion. Okay.
Okay. That is true. I would agree with you on that.
So you admit you're a liar?
No, one thing has nothing to do with the other thing.
That's awfully convenient.
Indeed.
I'll have you know, Brave New World was an incredible success.
Don't even get us started on trying to work out what the fuck that needed to make. I think it had to make like 1.2 billion by the fucking end of it.
It made 450 million. Are you saying 450 million is not much money? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Well, see, this is just dishonesty.
Well, you're a racist. Well, you're a racist then.
How does a film with a domestic opening of 100 million not make a lot of money? That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money to somebody that just has 100 million put on their desk. It's not a lot of money when probably $400 to $500 million is invested in the film.
How are we still in this world where people still don't know this stuff?
I have no idea. And I don't want to name names, but there are people who know how the box office works. And there are people who are absolutely lying their dicks off right now. And it's like, it's your reputation. At the end of the day, it's your reputation if you want to go here. But if we are speaking from a truth, because this isn't fucking trying to rub no numbers up. I'm using their fucking numbers here. And based on their numbers, this film has to make $700 million to break even. And so what this is less than half of that. And it's already going to go into, as soon as it releases, the first weekend over with, the law of diminishing returns kicks in. You're not going to find a movie that suddenly takes off and does way better in week 2 than week 1. And oh my goodness, it did better in week 3 than it did week 1. Crazy. It's a roaring success.
Remember, Ant-Man made near 500 million, and so that was a huge success, even though they had to admit publicly it only made, according to them, by the way, so we know this isn't even real, $88,000. That's what it made.
It made $88,000, and then what did it come out at that the budget was? 300 million or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which means that there's an impossibility that it could have made a single penny.
Yeah, production budget.
But they might have sold some toys. But they might have sold some.
The movie had a reported production budget of 200 million, which increased to 388.4 million due to costs in the UK. 388.4 million. This is why nobody believes that 88,000 number. It's like
No.
you didn't get that. You
No.
shit.
No.
And then you'll have people being like, "Wait, well, but then these movies aren't that profitable," and you're like, "Yes." It's the whole fucking conversation. You're catching up.
But look, if we're going to play truth now, right? This 325, I'm calling big bullshit out on. I reckon it's going to end up being 375, 275, 300, most likely. This at least 200 million. So let's just that'll be 500. So this film is on it was on a highway to nowhere coming out. This was never going to be a profitable movie coming out.
Yeah, we discussed this for a while. We were like, it needs to be making so much to impress Warner, to be like, all right, you did it, James Gunn. You've actually what meant to be the impossible of crossing $1 billion. If he had done that, we'd all be like, oh shit, yeah, fair.
Yeah,
all right.
Well done. Might have made your money back, maybe.
But we said like he was already crippled from because of the time of year it's releasing, the surrounding giants, Jurassic before and Fantastic Four after, not helping you.
No.
But then I think, didn't we say it was like this film would have to be great? It really would have to be great. And like
it would have to, this film would have to be like brilliant.
Like the kind of shit that we would say, this.
Yeah, I'm going back to see it again. I'm off to see it again. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going to see it again. It was so good. I want to see it again. I want to look at all the things that I might miss first time because I was too busy being like, "Fuck, wow." And I left this theater, and I was just like, "I'm never going to see this shit again."
It reminds me of that fucking dumb tweet that was like, "People say that when adjusted for inflation, that Man of Steel did better." By that logic, By that logic, the '78 film would have done the best.
The 78 film, Superman 78 would have taken 1.4 billion. So you need to give Christopher Reeves his credit.
We do. As though anyone hasn't for years.
We do. It's the benchmark that we compare every Superman to. Because it's the best.
And it feels like that moment of, yes, you're catching up. Yes, come on.
It's like, you're almost there. You got it all. You're almost there in your brain, but you can't quite see it yet. It's like that. It's like that one where have you seen the Instagram reel where it's got the guy dressed up as a woman and he says, if you're afraid of trans women being in your bathrooms, then you're not as scared of women. You're scared of men. And then it cuts to a gay guy and he's like, You're almost there. You kind of got it all in your head, but you can't quite see it. It's like that. It's like that. It's like, yes, the Christopher Reeve Superman is the absolute benchmark of Superman because it's so damn good.
I think people are borderline on trying to come up with excuses for that anomaly, as opposed to the fact that the film was like beloved. I mean, it still is.
It is still beloved. I mean, again, but even if we take the 78 Superman out of the equation and bring Man of Steel in, I think Man of Steel Superman is okay. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's terrible. And there are certainly some decisions in there that pulled my hair out over. Particularly the let's let everybody in Metropolis die moments. But if you do adjust that for inflation, which means that they would be on parity with each other, then Man of Steel makes $930 million at the box office.
I'm like, is there even hope that this film could get to that? It's like,
no
way.
No, I think 650, 700 is the absolute. that it can push. And oh shit, what did Man of Steel do? Just apples for apples comparison. Was it 663 at the box office?
I believe so.
Let's have a look. Man of Steel.
670.
600. So it did 670 million in 2013.
Yeah, non-adjusted. So
yeah,
that is actually
non-adjusted. Yeah.
The interesting thing to happen here is that will Superman cross Man of Steel without adjusting? That's going to be the it needs to, otherwise James Gunn will never hear the end of it.
So, no, he won't. But let me throw something else into the equation. Can you remember the release of Man of Steel? Can you remember that sort of era?
Yeah.
It was seen as a low box office.
Yeah.
It was seen as so that was 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Hello.
Hello.
Fantastic Four did not beat me off. 0 out of 10.
That's 0.
Wow.
That's a 0.
It's a 0. It's a 0.
I have to finish wiping my face because I ate, and when you have a beard.
I'll wait for him to tell me when he's ready. With his old man beard guffing. Ready. Now he's saying he's ready. Okay.
Dude. I don't have like an egg hanging off my beard.
Well,
I don't want to break like
James Gunn might have egg hanging all over his face, mate. So
yeah, I don't want to break up your box office discussion because it's awesome.
Well, I mean, right? It's so bizarre that we have to have these conversations all the time. And again, particularly, there are some people who know exactly how the box office works, being exceedingly disingenuous about the box office for this film. Because I don't care whether this film makes money or doesn't make money. It's not going to affect how I feel about the film.
Yeah, there's
I can hate a film and acknowledge that it does well at the box office. Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought it's a mid film. Didn't hate it, but I didn't like it particularly much either. Thought it's mid as fuck.
Well,
and I can acknowledge that Guardians 3 did well at the box office.
The example to go with right now would be the winner of 2025 most likely will be Lilo and Stitch, and I despise that remake. It's not like you got to catch me going, actually, that wasn't a good box office because actually, no, it was.
It should have made 3 billion instead of 2. Instead of what? Yeah. Double-edged sword. There is a certain amount of rooting for this film, and I think in some spaces, let's just be real. This is fandom, and it's a normal thing. All right, DC fans will root against Marvel because they just root against Marvel. That's it.
Wait, hold on. Whoa, hold on. The international for Man of Steel's 85 million more than domestic.
Yeah, it's because everyone liked America back then.
Oh, gotcha. My bad. Yeah, everyone loved America back then. Yeah.
Well, okay. It was Obama.
Everyone loves a gay guy.
First gay president.
First gay president.
Well, that we know about. But
yeah, let's be honest, probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, so like in fandoms, there's a certain amount of rooting for, rooting against. People rooting against Disney Marvel because they're Disney Marvel, and they've certainly earned you rooting against it. I'm fine with that. That's kind of normal. Snyder fans rooting against Gunn because it's just not Snyder. That's fandom. That's the way it goes. It's fun watching it play out. But if we're gonna sit there and point out box office as a measure of success, sure, then Avatar is the greatest movie ever made. It is, except if you adjust for inflation. But Avatar is, and people brought it up in the chat, is shit. And the last one was woke shit. Don't tell me it wasn't.
The last one was okay.
The last one is woke, intersectional, fucking. It's an aquarium. I just watched the trailer for Fire and Ash. They brought in Fire Nation.
I've not seen that.
They brought in Fire Nation for Avatar, by the way, you know, for James Gunn's Avatar. And it was boring as fuck. It was like watching an aquarium.
James Gunn's Avatar.
Yeah, has Fire Nation in it. Did I say James Gunn? I'm sorry, James Cameron.
you know what? Do you know what would make the Fantastic Four movie make all the money?
Not having a female Silver Surfer.
No, just putting James Gunn's Fantastic Four.
That would
make
it.
all the money.
It wouldn't
That
do
makes
well
all the
internationally,
difference.
though, because people don't
it-
like America.
No, it would do well internationally because it'd be like, wow.
Well, they're destroying America in the film, so maybe people will like that.
Oh, because
Well,
you know how
I
much
mean-
those non-Americans give a shit about your policy.
That world outside your window, that's the Fantastic Four movie, which is so not the world outside your window, like at all.
That future 60s futuristic,
Which
yeah.
wasn't bad. Which that's not you know what? I normally don't watch reviews, but I watch Jeremy Johns because he doesn't spoil anything. And I like Jeremy a lot. I think he's a good reviewer. Go subscribe to his channel. I disagree with a couple of his takes.
Ooh.
Respectfully. But yeah,
that is allowed, you know.
That is allowed.
It is?
It is. And
you should have heard those three guys talk about Deadpool and Wolverine.
I know, right? We all had the same opinion. Is
Yeah.
there a fucking echo in here?
Only the echo chamber, bud.
But
Only the echo
yeah,
chamber.
it is telling. I was asked yesterday about the box office for Superman's James Gunn and why it's not performing internationally and all the, blaming Trump and all that. And I'm like, it's really simple. You look at this individual movie and there's something in this individual movie that is not playing well with the international audience. And that is probably a little bit of the James Gunn humor. Now people will say the James Gunn humor worked internationally for other movies. Well, yeah, that's specific to that movie, but the humor was better in the previous movies. It's not good in Superman. It's also
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's unfocused. It's an unfocused movie. It doesn't focus on Superman.
No, it's Superman's buds and Superman.
Mhm. But it's doing well here. I think there's a huge hype train behind it, and I think it's doing well here. And the best equation I can make, it feels a lot like The Force Awakens. Feels a lot like The Force Awakens. Like we'll see in a couple of years. Time always is. Time will tell.
Reveals.
Well, yeah, we were just talking about how, I don't know if you've noticed, Gary, but this already trending up in tweets regarding like Thunderbolts. Wasn't that good? Wasn't that? Well,
yeah,
not a huge fan. It was kind of bad, actually. It's like, finally. Everyone's opinions can actually come out to play instead of the shit that happens on day one.
Yeah. And I agree with you, as it can make $3 billion, and I still don't think it bodes well for a DCEU. I don't think this is a good foundation at all. And if you look at what they're following up with, is just it's not a good idea.
But just logically speaking, and this is not coming from any position, just an objectivity. If your Superman movie can't make its money back, how the hell do you think your Supergirl movie is going to make money back?
Yeah.
Particularly when they're reporting that it's on the same, if not higher, budget.
Oh my god, that's disastrous. And the whole like, we're gonna fast track Wonder Woman. It's like, I'm sorry. What? Like, you're now saying this when your first announcement was getting a TV show for Themyscira that got canned, and suddenly you're like, yeah, let's just have a Wonder Woman movie. It's like, oh, that's a novel idea. Who came up with that?
Right?
No.
And people, sharing the stories of like they promised Gal Gadot that they would get a Wonder Woman 3, but that's obviously not going to happen. Like,
well, I think Gal Gadot said now that that's not happening.
Obviously
James
not.
Gunn had said that she was going to get another.
Could you fucking imagine Wonder Woman 3 among all of this shit?
Wonder Woman 3, she doesn't rape anyone.
That'd be nice.
And maybe she acts.
Starring Pedro Pascal.
Yes, starring
Pedro God, who is in Wonder Woman 84. But he's not overexposed, everybody.
No, apart from he's fucking everywhere on every TV show, in every fucking film.
Because Gary, while you're here, because I did watch Eddington. That is a wacky film.
Wacky movie.
I checked out discussions on it, and it seems like everybody feels that way. The film is about something for about an hour, and then it changes into something else for half an hour, and then something completely fucking different again a half an hour later.
Then he breaks into a gun store in New Mexico and walks out with a 50 caliber machine gun and starts mowing people. That was crazy shit. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I was saying to you and Diaz, the film kind of had me for a bit in terms of like, I'm liking this one. As there's this kid who's trying to impress a girl, and he sees she's got a book, and so he Googles it, and he starts talking about the author from like Google just bullet points to impress her.
Yes.
And then follows her around and ends up at a BLM riot with her, trying to basically just he's basically just trying to get in, to graces. So he's like, oh yeah, I care about this, and he starts repeating points from the BLM like discussions and stuff. He goes home, and there's this shot. It's really plain of him at a family meal with his dad and mum, and he just starts rambling on. He's like, our movement is about white oppression needing to be like stopped, and the white man can never be allowed to rise again to oppress the
dismantling whiteness.
Yeah,
but it'll take some time.
It'll take some time, whether or not it's possible. There's this really long pause, and the dad just goes, "Are you fucking retarded?"
It is one of the best scenes in a movie. It's so good.
It's funny as fuck.
And if they kept going with that, because they really played with the BLM, they have a bunch of stupid white kids in this town have a riot, and it's like 20 of them blocking a road, and the sheriff's like, what the fuck's going on here? What the hell is going? And then they're yelling at the black cop and calling him a racist.
Like, dude, when she was like, you should be standing where I am,
by the way.
But I shouldn't even be saying this to you, because what is my right as a white woman to say to you as a black man that you're racist?
And I'm saying this on stolen land.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's like it actually goes somewhere, but then Ari Aster's politics come out at the end. Like they try, it really.
I was just struggling to follow what the film was about.
Well, notice the one guy who got COVID was the one guy who was against the masks, and when he was against the masks in the first part, it was really good. You were with him, but then it goes crazy at the end. It goes art film crazy, and it's a guy who like swung for the fences and went way past his ability as a filmmaker.
Because I also think the film could have used shaving like half an hour out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just lots of stuff.
But there's what gets lost in there is a corporation playing both sides. Like sending in a fake BLM Antifa, which could have been CIA, could have been BlackRock. So the people coming in basically being fake Antifa to cover up a power struggle. And you could say at the end when Joaquin Phoenix is like the invalid vegetable mayor that he's Biden. You could definitely say that at the end. But it's hard to tell because it was such a fucking mess.
But there was some highlights.
But the first hour is like, man, this is going somewhere. Holy shit, I'm surprised.
Not having fun with it. I was also going to ask as well, what were your thoughts before you do Final Fantasy? Jesus, Fantastic Four.
FF. The other FF.
What did you end up?
Fantasy 4.
How did you feel overall about the 2005 movie?
Oh, Fantastic Four. I liked it. I didn't, may he rest in peace, but Dr. Doom was like Manhattan socialite Dr. Doom and not the Dr. Doom from the comics. And I'm not going to, I'm a comic book fan. That's my perspective. I'm not going to apologize for it. But I like the movie. I mean, they did kind of cause the problem they saved everybody from in the first part of the movie, but which was a criticism back then.
I know, right?
But I liked it because they spent enough time with each character, and they really kind of got into way more than the new one. The things kind of somewhat self-loathing,
Yeah, because I rewatched it and I was like, yeah, I like this. I don't think it's like great or anything, but
no,
I was curious how it's going to hold up against the new one.
Rise of the Silver Surfer. I hated Cloud Galactus like everybody else, but the Silver Surfer was cool. Was very cool in that movie.
Not as cool as they are in this movie, because this time they got a vagina
and titties.
By the way, Eddington had a budget of 25 million, which seems to be a lot for an A24, and it's taken 4.2 million at the box office because it's only out domestically. It doesn't come out in other countries until.
And it was meant to be. Well, it's meant to be provocative and piss everybody off and get everybody talking and be awards bait. And all it did was like the critics are mid on it, and I'll forget about it. I was curious to see what Hollywood's take on COVID was and how they were going to do like social media influencers, but so much gets thrown in, it gets lost. So they don't really do much of that. They just focus on Joaquin Phoenix, who's now going to get typecast as kind of a cuck. So
well, he keeps he works
two
a lot
for
with
two.
Ari Aster, right? Because he did Beau is Afraid before this, which is even bigger budget for A24. I think that was their biggest budget film.
Oh, and remember, it was Joaquin Phoenix was the main character in She.
You mean her?
Her. Not she.
She.
Her, she.
They, them. That's the sequel.
Now I'm thinking of chocolate.
Yeah, Her, which, by the way, is borderline a documentary now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it seemed utterly ridiculous as a notion. And now it's like, oh, no, it's a documentary.
So did Demolition Man.
Dude, I remember seeing Demolition Man and thinking it was this in terms of how the future would go, the stupidest thing I'd ever seen.
Well, there's one more film to reference that, right?
Well, I didn't realize that there was going to be fucking Louis Theroux. It's like a Louis Theroux documentary now.
What's the other one?
Idiocracy.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And even Hunger Games depiction of Hollywood, basically the entertainment industry, is perfect. It's utterly perfect.
Especially when you see things like the Met Gala and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
you're like, this is straight
millionaires with Eat the Rich on them, fucking champagne socialist wankers.
What is this background we have?
Why don't you like?
Are we soaring?
We're
I gotta make sure to put both hands up.
We're super. You like that? You like that? Like, what's he doing? No, I got both. I got both. It's like super vaping.
Yeah.
Right, do you want the other background on?
No, this is fine. I like it. I was just wondering.
Do you want that? Do you want that? Is that what you want?
Peaceful. No, the other one's kind of nice and peaceful. I like that.
It's called Blue Mist.
That does sound like a vape flavor.
It does actually, yeah. It's called Blue Mist.
Well, I got one that's called Pink Raz Lemonade because it's not gay enough. I mean,
and you're sucking on that?
Like Pedro Pascal.
Say, dude, I'm surprised you haven't had any dudes hand you their fucking phone numbers.
Well, I'm in SoCal right now, so that could happen any moment.
Hi, I saw that you were sucking that pink vape with the gay as fuck flavor, and I was just wondering if I could give you my number.
Dude, I'm walking around Burbank and I'm like getting all these kind of dirty looks, and I'm like, oh, it's the Padre hat. Okay.
Can't be the gay vape. I mean,
no, it's the Padre hat.
Did either of you see Drinker's video on his newest one regarding why movies suck now?
Yep.
No, I haven't actually seen that. The last one I saw was his
do you know
his Joss Whedon one?
Yeah. He in the video he talks about one of the elements which I've talked to him about on Open Bar before that I think is basically gone from new movies, which is kind of crazy. Not that it's still out there if you look for it, but you know, like theory crafting, basically, just speculating. It's like that feels to be a much more dead element of fandom, whereas it used to be much more powerful. I would obviously, you guys probably remember like how crazy the internet went with theories for Force Awakens when that came out. It was just like they practically build their own universes with so much passion.
I think Force Awakens killed it.
Well, yeah, because all theories were wrong, basically.
Yes,
nobody would have anticipated.
And
just
better.
Deteriorated into fanfic writing.
The theories were better and wrong.
Yeah. But it was funny because I was seeing. You're probably not going to expect where I'm going with this, but the film that I've seen way more theory crafting for recently that I ever would have expected probably would be Superman. I've kind of seen a lot of theory crafting. It's mainly about one thing.
Oh, Jor-El.
Yeah. It's just trying to explain why Jor-El would have said what he said.
Even though James Gunn,
all he needs is your Jor-El theory sucks. That's all that little thing, that meme that was going around.
It's the fact that he's already, because like when we did the EFAB breakdown, we referenced all of the things, right? Like this character says this character says this character says this character says this. That is the director and the writer and everyone telling you it is true. That is that. And of course, you still leave the window open. It's like, yeah, it could be retconned because he could realize what a mistake it was. But he has now got that interview where he says that character says it, that character says it, that character says it. It is a thing. I don't know why people are struggling with this. And then you'll see quote tweets of people saying, like, why is everyone having so much trouble media literacy wise with this? Like, it's so obvious in the film that it's real. And it's like, it's not about media literacy. It's about everyone's in denial because it's a crazy fucking thing that you made true.
Yeah.
And anyone that says media literacy in a tweet anyway just immediately gets disregarded.
You're retarded.
And because I just saw another post that was like, what if it is Zod and it's not Jor-El? And we find that out later that he's
Ryan's theory
message.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like
I said that on the fucking show at the time.
Well, I'm not saying it's a good theory or bad.
As in Ryan's theory.
It's not even, to me, it's not even theory crafting. It's trying to plug holes.
It is.
It is. It's cope.
It's
cope. James Gunn himself has said no, it's legit.
No, and
it's too late. It is too late. It's way too
I
late.
said this at the time. If you have a problem with Clark letting Pa Kent getting sucked up in a tornado, which many did, including yours truly, but you don't have a problem with Jor-El, that's an inconsistent argument. Period.
Well,
I have a problem with them both.
Well, particularly because fucking Supergirl would be a teenager. She'd know who and what Jor-El is like.
Didn't James Gunn say he didn't ask? That's the reason.
Yeah, that was his quote.
What? Oh, do you know that's called really bad writing.
Dude, that is Dan and Dave stuff. We are getting into some Dan and Dave stuff from Game of Thrones here, and it's
oh my god. Yeah. Supergirl kind of forgot about Jor-El.
Yeah.
Great. Just to clarify, someone said, "How are fans theorizing things a bad thing, Mauler?"
It's not
roll back just 5 minutes, listen to that whole thing again, and I don't know how you concluded that's what I said.
No, it's a proof. It's proof. Sorry, we'll explain it. It's proof that things aren't healthy because fans aren't doing that. It is actually very good when fans are doing that. Best days of Game of Thrones, best days of early Star Wars, best days of Marvels, best days of that. When that started dying in Doctor Who, it started dying. There used to be tons of theories with Doctor Who, especially during the 11th Doctor. And quite frankly, Stephen Moffat had a lot of red herrings, tons, a lot of shaggy dog stories that went nowhere. When
Mobland was coming out, when we had a chance to talk like offline, we were like, "Oh, do you think this guy's gonna be this guy's dad, or they had this going on and then this happened, or do you think they're gonna go this way with this?"
Yeah,
and,
that's healthy.
Yeah, it used to.
That's you are invested in the series, and it's healthy.
But no one's like if they announced episode 10 for Star Wars, who the fuck's gonna be theorized? There's nothing to theorize. You just be like, well,
do you know what isn't healthy? A movie that can't make its money back.
Yeah, it's not.
What if I theorize that it can?
Mona, I think we both know there's a lot of people out there right now that are trying to do that, and they're trying to will it into effect. Hey. But also, what's even less healthy is it's not as if it's even a standalone film. This is your first film in an 8-year, 10-year, whatever plan, inverted commas.
And his contract runs out in 2 years, I heard. Is that true? That would be so WB. That would be so Warner Brothers to
surprise me. Yeah,
it would be. I don't think they will, but it would be so Warner Brothers to do that.
I got an 8-year plan. My contract runs out in 3 years. What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Come again? You heard?
Oh. Like they just like replace him with the Rock. They're like, we got to try it. We want to get the Dwayne Johnson back in. We want to see if Black Adam can actually work.
Yeah.
There is all kinds of it. Like I know that the Zack Snyder fans and the Gunn fans, or whatever you want to fucking call these. I know that they're going to be smacking heads because obviously the Snyder Bros.
For the end of time.
Yeah.
That is a battle that's going to last until Armageddon.
Yeah, because let's say Superman does go above 667, then the Snyder fans will
might.
obviously. Well, yeah, maybe
It might. Listen,
it might.
It would be crazy for it to leg out 450 domestic and 200 million international. That would be because 450 domestic is $1 billion movie. Like you have a crack at it in any other movie.
Any other movie, yeah.
With the exception of maybe
if this hits 400 million domestic, 450 domestic, it's probably going to be doing about 3 million international. 300 million, sorry, international.
Okay.
So it's probably going to be about 750.
Mm-hmm.
So not up to, but around about Batman numbers. But even if it goes over the 667, which it could do. But even if it goes over there, then all the Snyder fans have to do is go,
just for inflation.
Adjusting for inflation, you got to hit 930. Okay.
Oh God.
So that fight's never gonna end. And then the gun people are gonna go, we beat Man of Steel, and then the Man of Steel people are gonna go, no, you didn't. Not adjusting for inflation. So that one's gonna be an endless battle until the end of time. Regardless. If this film hits 750, the true likelihood is it didn't make its money. It maybe broke even. Because even on the lowest case scenario, it's got to hit 700 million to break even. And that's using the shills numbers. So the likelihood is, the 100 million marketing, fuck off. Fuck right off. That is so much more than 100 million, the marketing on this. So, even if it hits that, it's not going to make its money. But then you've got to say to yourself, you're not setting this up to make money. But this is meant to be your setup for a universe. The chances are that you've now turned off more people to your universe with that film that won't come back for other films that did actually pay to watch this.
Well, internationally, for sure.
Internationally, for sure. I mean, Supergirl internationally, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck if it has the same trend. But if I wasn't doing a YouTube, if I didn't have a YouTube channel and all this kind of stuff, I would have seen Superman and been like, I'm good. And I wouldn't be bothered with anyone else. I might keep my ear to the ground if they make a Batman film.
Yeah.
But other than that, am I going to go see Supergirl?
Well,
fuck off.
We said that July would decide the future of the fate of the superhero film. And I can say definitively that the future is mediocrity.
Yeah.
It's mediocrity. Should I talk about Fantastic Four?
Yeah. Give your spoiler free.
It elicited tears of joy. It was like it jumped off of a comic book. I beat
Return
off.
to form.
I needed tissue after watching this. No, Fantastic Four. It didn't shit the bed as much as I thought it would. I thought it was. I was watching
can you explain how that's a compliment?
I can't. I'm just saying this. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what I'm. This is what I like. I saw Chris Gore, and Chris Gore was just like, I didn't hate it, and I'm like. Is that today's modern compliment? I didn't hate the
best
film?
Review, I think, would be it's the best Disney Marvel thing they've put out in 2025.
What the fuck?
So it's got the Thunderbolts and Captain Black American Falcon, Man of Color,
and
Ironheart, I guess.
Spoiler free, but just the characters and stuff. It's a self-contained story which Marvel needed. So they made an effort of like, you don't need to do homework. This is a self-contained story. It takes place over a few month period. And they really focus on just the Fantastic Four. It is a focus on family. It's pretty much all about the baby. The ancillary characters are barely in it. You can barely remember their names. It is basically the Fantastic Four, female Silver Surfer, and Galactus. And in the first part, you could tell the things they cut out. Like you can see definitively where they cut out Red Ghost, and they were going to put other characters. Like Mole Man's kind of in it, but not really. but they really wanted to just set up the Fantastic Four. Ben is really good in it and really underused. So Ben Grimm is the most popular member of the Fantastic Four, and he is like number 4 in this movie. Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm is absolutely a ladies' man. I don't know why he fucking went out there and said he wasn't, because he is, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So those two are pretty good. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards doesn't totally destroy the film, but he's a beta. And to say he isn't is he always looks exasperated, stressed out, on the verge of tears. But he does like lead at times. He does make decisions. Sue Storm, who I think it'll be split when people see this. I could be wrong. There's girl boss moments in it, but it seems like that Disney Marvel tried to dial it down as much as they could. So they're still there. But the movie kind of had me as a mid movie for most of it. I was like, all right, I was entertained by some stuff. There's a couple of scenes that are pretty good in space. Like the CG is really good. Galactus looks fucking great. Galactus,
yeah, the hot toy. He looks like he does look comic book.
They make him menace, like he's depowered. So comic book fans, he is not the, he is depowered a bit, but he is menacing. The first shot of him when his eye, you see the scenes when the eyes go, pew, it's pretty fucking cool. But there's not enough of them. There's just not enough of them.
So Ralph Ineson does good again.
Yeah. Vanessa Kirby. Some people will see her as a girl boss. She has reverence for her family, and she doesn't like. There's one scene that's kind of cringe, but like she has reverence for her family throughout this, and the style looks pretty good. Most of the CG there's some like, I'm not going to say the CG was great. There's a couple scenes with like the car and the female Silver Surfer that don't look good, but then there's scenes with Galactus that look fucking great. So it's kind of a mixed bag, and I saw it in IMAX, right? And I went and saw it early so I can get my video done so I could spend time with my family at Comic-Con. So Chris was kind enough to make me his +1, and I was going to go in disguise and kind of have fun with it. And I said, fuck it. I saw a particular critic who doesn't like me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in.
Campia.
No, I won't say who it was. But I'll tell you guys later. I'll tell you. You probably won't know who she is, but I'll give you the background on it. No, I didn't see any I didn't see like Grace Rand. Oh, she's in New York, I think. But so I was kind of with them. It's a mid movie. It's a mid movie that the one thing it does better than Superman is it allows scenes to breathe. It allows you dramatic scenes. You have some acting. You get to see some chemistry. I could have used way more background on the thing, but they did a good job with Johnny, right? And Sue, there's moments where she I can't say what they are, but there's girl boss moments, but like with her family, she respects everybody, and it's not like she's just shitting on her entire family to be a girl boss. So it's like dialed way down. But yeah, they allow dramatic scenes. It's a bit slow. That's the thing, is like, you think it's not super action packed. It's really focused on Franklin. Like, Franklin Richards is the focus of this. And there are certain scenes of Franklin where you can see it's CGI baby, and it's a little disturbing. You're like, oh God. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Season 3 disturbing? Or?
Yeah. You'll see. You're like, that is clearly a CGI baby. And you know what? It reminded me of those little baby dolls we saw at North Carolina. Those people who have those real life baby dolls.
Oh no.
Like soulless creatures.
Reed Richards. No.
But they tried to make a self-contained story. It doesn't have a bunch of Marvel humor undercutting dramatic scenes, right? So I'm like, all right, so it does that. Like, it's a story, and it's got characters that I can somewhat be invested in. This brings us to the female Silver Surfer, and again, I'm not going to apologize for being a comic book fan. Ruins the whole fucking movie.
The
like
ending.
I would give this a passing grade. If it's Norin Rad, even Alan Ing said there's an act that she does that I hated. I fucking hate. And he goes, if Norin Rad did that, would you like better? I'm all, yes, I would. 100%. I would. If it was Norin Rad, it would be acceptable. It is not acceptable with Shia LaBeouf. I'll just say there's a Rose Tico moment in Fantastic Four.
That could mean a lot of things.
What do you think about a Rose Tico moment? Think of Last Jedi.
I think Rose Tico moment is smashing into Finn.
Yes.
When Finn is trying to save everybody because she wants to.
I thought you would go with the kiss.
Well, yeah, but he's sacrificing himself. The guy, by the way, has been led around by the hand all fucking film. He's sacrificing himself to buy time for the 3 people who are left in their whole rebellion to escape. And she's just like, no, I'm going to stop you from doing that because I quite fancy you.
Yes. So there is a
get ready for some
Rose Tico moment. So like the end loses me. That's where it lost me, is at the end, because it's kind of girls get it done. But and the boys just kind of sit there and watch. And yeah.
Really, Gary, girls do get it done.
Girls do get it done.
But they do get it done.
But if it was Norin Rad, I would have probably given this a passing grade if it was Norin Rad Silver Surfer. But so they do the whole, like you saw it in the scenes. So they do the whole Johnny kind of hitting on the female Silver Surfer, and they try to make that a thing, but then she disappears. And when you see, y'all know the reshoot scene, right? Because we saw the image of
her on the rocks.
Her on the rocks.
Yeah. So
you'll see that scene in there, and it makes her story worse. It actually makes it worse. It's like the one scene that genuinely pissed me off when I'm like, God damn it. And it's and it's not the scene itself, it's for what it's missing. It's missing a key element. It's missing
testosterone.
Yes. And it's like they can't help themselves, dude. They just can't. But there are parts of it where there was moments where I'm enjoying this more than Superman, which I was not expecting from this movie. But I walked into it thinking the female Silver Surfer was dumb. I walked out of it thinking the female Silver Surfer was dumb. So I guess normies might not care, but I give a shit.
What was your Superman score, by the way?
5 out of 10.
5. Okay.
So what wins out of Superman, Fantastic Four?
Oh, gun to my head. What am I going to watch again?
Yeah.
Probably Fantastic Four.
Well,
I've got a feeling I'm gonna find Fantastic Four better than Superman.
I certainly do now.
You guys might disagree with me. We've disagreed before.
What?
But I would say the reverence they showed Johnny Storm and Ben, even though that wasn't enough, is something you don't get with Superman at all. So yeah, Alan and I were talking about it. Chris liked it. I think we had kind of the same gripes, but Alan made a good point, and I felt the same way. It's like, you're just looking for that when you walked out of the Avengers and you want to walk right back in. You're like, God damn, that was good. And I didn't I've walked out of that movie going, yep. Here we go. And this is an important movie for Marvel. This is as important as Superman is for DC. This is setting the stage for Doomsday, which it doesn't really do. Even with the post-credit scene, which you want to stay for, but you'll probably be a little disappointed by. But
not as disappointed as the Superman end credit scene.
Yeah, it's better than the Superman end credit scene. It is. And yeah, I think it'll be divided.
Thank God.
I can't pretend to say I know what people are going to think about this. I just know what I felt when I walked out. And It was, well, you know, I was into it more in moments that I was Superman. But the science stuff, Mahler, it doesn't make any sense, just so you know.
I'm shocked.
I mean, people will go, well, it's a Fantastic Four movie. It's like, yes. And I've read all the Fantastic Four comics, but Reed would have anticipated something. I don't want to give away the spoilers, but there's something that happens that Reed would have probably, being the smartest guy alive, would have anticipated first. And
don't give responsibility to an over emotional woman.
Right. Well, Sue, like, she's pregnant in it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Franklin, everybody's Franklin. This is about Franklin. And they really, and as cool as Galactus looked and as badass as he was, I wasn't super happy with the motivation, his motivation. And it's like, yes, they point out through exposition that he is a force of nature. He's not necessarily evil, which everybody knows. Like he serves a purpose in the universe, like a shark serves a purpose in the oceans, you know? But his motivation is kind of really.
You're not selling this.
I wanted both these movies to be great, and they were both just super mid, you know. Is it woke? Well, you saw in the scenes where where female Silver says hold your loved ones, and there's the two women, so there's that. It's the most diverse 60s of all time. It's not the six, like, for one, it's a different world. There is some reverence shown to Kirby, like a lot, which I'll give him credit for. So maybe they listened to Rob Liefeld a little bit, and they showed a lot of love to Kirby at the end. So props for that. But I think Kirby would have preferred to have Nornrad in there.
Did you get to see the Thunderbolts in the after credits sequence?
No, thank God. Oh, this is better than the Thunderbolts.
Wow.
I don't think that's better too hard.
I know, it's better than Captain America 4.
Because Thunderbolts was terrible.
It's better than Ironheart. It's better than Daredevil.
Now we gotta see it.
Okay, yeah. Now it's better than a piece of shit on the floor. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's like these are the hardest things to review. Like it's so easy to review, like a One Piece or because I loved it, or Ironheart because it was so memeable. But when you're like, well, they did some stuff good, and they really fucking, just it would have been a better movie with a proper Silver Surfer. Much better. I don't know about that, but it would have been better. It was a unforced error, or forced error, I guess, in this part. Like, because they knew, like, who in the fuck thought that was a good idea? That executive should be fired. I don't know if it's going to beat Superman domestically. Kind of slow in parts, but
it's looking to open up lower. I think the prediction is around 110.
I do not think this has a second week hold like Superman, like at all, because it's Marvel's attempt. I guess you could call this progress. Like a mediocre movie from Disney Marvel would be considered progress at this point, but it ain't perfect.
Progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. They got a long way to go. And if this is setting up Doomsday, this is not exactly, a home run, I would say.
Well, I gotta say, having heard that, I'll like it more than Superman, but
you might.
So it tells me I'm just becoming
or maybe you'll feel the exact same way. I don't know.
Or maybe I'll come out and go, oh no, they were both equally as shit as each other.
Yeah.
Ah, dear goodness me.
I would just say prepare yourself for another mediocre superhero movie, and that the varying degrees of, it's a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, fair enough.
Well, 6.5 out of 10 would be 2.5 points better than Superman for me.
There you go. Your grade
So,
went down.
so he went down from a 5 to a 4. Yeah.
And Mahler's is, Mahler doesn't grade because Eldridge gods don't grade, but I bet you it's lower than that.
It ain't great. I'm sure I'll love Supergirl more.
I can't wait to chit chat with you guys about it, but I mean, there are moments that are good in it, like good. Like when they go to Galactus's ship, that looks pretty cool. It's Geiger-esque.
But that's just it. I am, apart from like, I like the Mr. Terrific best in Superman, but his best scene annoyed the shit out of me because James Gunned it with the POV of Lois looking up and around, and it just ruined what actually could have been a really cool fight scene if it was choreographed better. So that kind of annoyed me. But other than that, I'm kind of like struggling to think of something I liked in Superman. Like, oh, that was a good moment.
When he saved the squirrel, you loved that. Oh my God, I didn't mean to kill you.
Well, I mean, that's a retard's guide to manipulation, and they'll be, it's a squiggle. Do you know what I thought? Actually, when I saw that, I thought, yeah, the clapping seals are gonna love that, and this is what I think.
My factory.
What? What the hell is this? Dude, do that again. Roll it again. Excuse me.
She's selling engines in a factory.
My factory. Many engines in my factory.
It's a real neat factory she's in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're 12 years old, but fucking A, that was funny.
She's got a lot of engines in a factory. She needs to sell them. She needs to sell those engines.
It's a lot of engines.
Great girl.
Now, that is somebody who internationally didn't see Superman, I bet, because she's too busy selling engines.
Weren't many engines in Superman.
Do you know, there was in Man of Steel, there was a world engine in Man of Steel.
There was. That's so true.
There was 2 world engines.
There's no ultimate nullifier in Fantastic Four.
Look, I'll take a couple of moments that sit. I'll take a couple of scenes and like, yeah, I like that. I'll take that.
Man. I'm ready.
Right now, I'm ready. Right now, I am ready.
I'm assuming revolutionarily they have scenes in which they save people. That's a yes.
Oh,
yeah. What?
I have a big question. I have
a Fantastic Four. Sorry,
yeah,
I was reading. Yes, they save people.
I have a big question. We have seen in the trailers, so I'm not going into any spoilers here. We have seen in the trailers Reed Richards say that the cost of doing of saving the Earth to Galactus was too high because the cost was he wants their son.
Yes.
So every decision after that, every person that is injured or killed after that is a direct response to that.
It sets up a brilliant problem because what they did set up very well in the beginning was they are popular. People love them. They save them. And there's something that Reed does specifically when he finds out he's having a kid, which is pretty like, I don't want to spoil it. You'll just know it when you see it.
Okay.
So they set up like people love the Fantastic Four and the Fantastic Four love the people. So they're put in this situation.
Who loves you and who do you love?
Yeah, well, I mean, like as a parent, fuck y'all, you're gonna burn. I'm not giving up my son. So yes, of course. But they do. Disprove brought up like, are the people going to start turning on them? And it's a very interesting thing. That's done for about 10 minutes.
Longer than Superman's social media turn,
but they do,
which was over immediately.
They do deal with it. It gets dealt with.
Okay.
And then it gets pretty much resolved with a speech.
I just want to like one of these fucking movies.
I do too. And like, I was liking this, which shocked me for some parts. I'm like, oh, wow. Holy crap. It must be because I got in early. That's it. I'm a fucking shill.
Got in early with the IMAX.
I did. At AMC Burbank. So like home field advantage. People were cheering. People were laughing. People were ruckus.
Was this a press screening?
Yes. It was press, and it was, I think, some passes that were given out that were overbooked, which they do all the time, right? I used to get the passes at the comic store all the time where they go, you got to get in line. You have to, you wait there for hours and it's overbooked. So that's why everybody gets there early. And in San Francisco, the funny thing was, as for all these free movies you go to, it was the same 5 Chinese ladies at the front of the line for every single fucking one. And you're like, so you a big fan of the Incredible Hulk?
Do you have any engines?
80-year-old Chinese lady. And it was just because they're getting something fucking free and they want to be there. And it's like, oh, I'm down with that. That's cool. But it's so fucking funny. There was they give away a viewfinder, but they didn't give it to the +1s.
Wow.
So you know what? 0 out of 10. Fuck you. I didn't get my freebie.
Damn.
So they did not beat you off.
No goodie bag?
No goodie bag. If the movie ended better, I would say definitively I liked it more than Superman. But there's something at the end where I just went, motherfucker. God damn it. And normies might not have a problem with it.
Oh, we'll see. I'm off to see it on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
I got like today to get my thing done so I can hang out with my family. And also I got to go down to San Diego tomorrow.
So before you go, where do you think what do you think the box office is going to sit for Superman?
Oh, by the end?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think I'll stick with my 650 to 750.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought of in the beginning, and I'll stick with that.
And where do you think the box office is going to sit for Fantastic Four?
Less than that. I think it's going to be less than that. I do. I think it'll do better internationally, but it's going to be, we'll see what the peeps think. I mean, maybe I'm just old and fucking tired and jaded and disconnected,
curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon-y.
Yeah. What my game? I just went, do you know what? I actually like that.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that.
I think God, it's going to be hard to say 600 million, but I was fucking wrong as fuck on Thunderbolts and Cap 4, which were bad. And this movie is better than those two. And I'm saying as a joke, it is better. It's Shackman, the guy who did WandaVision, and it's a bit of early WandaVision and it's a bit of later WandaVision.
Oh, I got some great MCU news. So, do you know who's going to direct the X-Men movie?
Oh, the director of Thunderbolts.
The director of Thunderbolts.
Nothing but good news.
And you know who's writing Doomsday right now?
Providing some assistance.
Providing some assistance?
No.
Mahler, it's your favorite writer.
The writer of Multiverse of Madness, Michael Waldron.
it's going to be dog shit.
Did you read the interview with Kevin Feige? So
No,
he talked about the Marvel method of which is, well, we don't have a completed script. We're fine with not completed scripts, but they're completed scripts. And when we fix those completed scripts, we call it plussing. Such a fucking corporate term. So rewriting a script is not called rewriting a script. It's called plussing.
Plussing.
Do you know what?
Change the
Do you know what
definition.
we call the box office of Marvel films? Flopping.
Minusing.
That's what we call the box. It's like, you know.
I don't think Fantastic Four does better than Superman in America. I think that's highly unlikely.
I think internationally it's got a really good chance of doing better than Superman internationally.
Yeah, it'll be weird if they come out like even, but it depends. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards leading your Avengers. Like I said, he wasn't like complete shit. He's a very serviceable character actor who's kind of one note.
Oh my god, stop sweeping.
Oh, I'm toast sweeping for him. But his portrayal of Reed Richards, who is in command of shit, is don't tell me he's an out and out leader. He does lead at times. He does. Absolutely. But is he definitive leader of the Fantastic Four? They really try to make him exasperated and literally looks like he's on the verge of tears in a lot of the movies.
I think that's just Pedro Pascal in general.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be as much of a male leader as Bucky was in Thunderbolts.
Who should have been the leader. Yeah.
He'll just be taking and implementing the advice from all the women around him. And the men would just be going, yes, do what she just said.
You know what? The chat just asked, is he a daddy?
Yeah.
Yes. He was a daddy, but he wasn't a father.
Oh.
He loved his kid. He definitely loved his kid. Like, he loves his family. The chemistry between him and Vanessa Kirby's, it's all right. It's fine. But Hollywood just has this they just cannot have a dude take fucking charge. They can't.
No, because masculinity scares them.
Mm-hmm.
They need their femme dads.
Yep. Remember No Time to Die?
No, not really.
Why?
Did you? Why?
That's the better answer, Mullen.
I think it's one of the best examples, and that movie did well internationally and stuff. It's the best example of just undercutting a masculine character as much as possible. And they tried to do it in, I would say, a not so subtle way. I remember when I did my review, people going, "He was fine." I'm like, he rode bitch on a fucking moped and just walked into some missiles he could have outrun. All for this girl. I mean, all for it was terrible. It was
but he wanted
terrible.
to die because he could never be with his missus.
But he was just this
ever again.
He was resolute but sad. I kind of get the same vibe from him.
I can barely remember a thing from that film.
Yeah.
And again, I will never see it again.
Oh no.
I'll
no. As a
never
matter
see
of fact,
Spectre again.
Casino Royale is the only one I would even consider watching again.
Yeah.
I would see Casino Royale, no problem at all. Great film. I would see Quantum of Solace again. I enjoyed Quantum of Solace, and I would see Skyfall again. I would
Skyfall. I'd consider. So, yeah.
I'd watch Skyfall again,
especially M's last
that
movie.
means.
You know.
Yeah, and she was Judi Dench was a great M. She was a great M, and they send her off brilliantly.
No time to watch.
But Spectre at No Time to Die are dog shit films. Dog shit.
Man,
Yeah, so
Christoph Waltz, when getting found by and popularized by Quentin Tarantino, and then he ended up in so many movies where he just doesn't get to do shit all. He was in Alita Battle Angel, remember that?
Yep. Yeah.
I never seen it.
You never saw Alita Battle Angel? Battle Angel?
Piano?
I liked it.
Piano.
I liked it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're in this era of Hollywood's in an identity crisis because they focused on identity too much, and they're scrambling to satisfy both sides while trying to fix something so they can appeal to the mass audience, and it just turns out to be
Okay, I gotta show you this because this is actually funny.
Square out.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so true. And so true.
Oh. R.I.P. Peanut.
That is great, actually. That is great. R.I.P. Peanut. Oh, dude.
Little Peanut.
Right, are you gonna fuck off then?
Yeah, I gotta go get this together. Get this together, and then we'll all be able to talk spoiler talk on FNT, which will be interesting. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, Friday Night Tights, which has Morley as well.
Hello.
Yep. Hello.
I'll have seen it by then.
Yes, so we can actually go into all these spoiler discussions.
And it'll be yeah.
Not that, by the way, I think there's probably going to be any real spoiler talking, as much as we've most likely seen the film already.
You have seen much of the film, and you know the plot.
Galactus is here.
Yeah.
The plot. And they don't want to get rid of the kid. The plot.
But the ending, when we get into the details of the ending, yeah, that's where it's gonna get fun.
Okay.
Because there'll be some people go, well, no, the guys did stuff, and I'm gonna go, not really. Like, okay, I don't think they fight Galactus, and
Whoa.
they fight Galactus
Full stop.
at the end. Full stop.
Okay.
They fight Galactus.
Okay. That's as far as we need to go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. How many days in the theater was Thunderbolts? Is it still in the theater?
I think it is.
Yeah. Well, they haven't recorded. It might have ended after 80 days because they haven't recorded the Monday.
Well, How to Train Your Dragon was like on for rental, like
yeah, it's
weekend.
a rental now.
Yeah.
Just as a silly Billy funny one-y, what was the average cinema taking for the Thunderbolts on Thursday, the 17th of July?
$3.
In the 25 theaters that it was showing in.
$10.
No, you got the price of a ticket. It's like 20 fucking bucks.
Yeah, they got it half price.
200,000.
It averaged $57.
Oh, 57. Oh, I thought you were talking total. $57 a theater.
Yeah, $57 a theater. Oh,
Did the FF use the ultimate nullifier on the audience?
the ultimate apathy.
It did for me at the yeah. I told the guys, I'm like, man, that lost me at the ending. It just did.
What, Act 1 and 2 fine, Act 3 not so good.
Despite, like, listen, I'm not gonna like the female Silver Surfer. I'm never gonna like it. Call it a bias. I don't care. But all the other stuff was fine. There's moments where I'm like,
endorsement.
ringing endorsement. But I'm very interested to hear. I'm going to do my video, and then I'm very interested to hear what you guys think and what the chat thinks. Why is somebody repeating "R.I.P. Ozzy" in the chat?
I don't know.
Ozzy is very much alive.
Pop Base are reporting a minute ago that Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76.
No way.
Disclosed TV just in Ozzy Osbourne has
Sky
died.
News have got it.
Yeah, Sky News.
Shit.
Ozzy Osbourne's died
You're
at
fucking
76.
kidding me.
No, it is. Yeah, everyone. It's all breaking news. Everyone's reporting it.
Oh,
Ozzy's-
dude, he just had his final show.
He just had his final show. Yeah.
Oh,
Just days after their farewell performance. Yeah. Dude.
no way. Yeah, Sky News. Ozzy Osbourne dies just weeks. Wasn't even a week. Couple weeks. Ozzy Osbourne has died.
Man.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Really fucking sad.
It is. It's one of my favorite bands all time. Guy was like a soundtrack to my life. Oh, rest in peace, Ozzy.
I mean, the amount of drugs that guy did to get to 76 is insane. But
It's insane. Yes. Keith
still-
Richards is still alive.
that is insanity.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, rest in peace, Ozzy.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Rest in peace. That's a great way to ditch right now.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Fuck.
Gonna miss you, mate. Thank you for all the great music.
Well, that's that's a bit of a gut punch, man.
Yeah, it is. What a bummer. All right. Well, I'm going to go and try to make a video now on that horrible news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great talking to you guys, though. Sorry, I got
Yeah.
to bail
We'll
out early.
see you. We'll see you on Friday.
I'll see you on Friday. Well, I'll be
For,
chit-chatting.
Yeah, for that discussion.
All right.
Okay, you look after yourself.
You too. Take care, chat. Talk to you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. God, what a pisser. Let's get into some supers. Villa Idiot with a $5 says, did any of you play City of Heroes? If so, what did you think of the story, lore, and characters? I never did.
Neither did I.
There you go. I always heard people talk about it favorably. David Marshall with a $5 says, is the Superman budget $225 million? That seems to be the current reported, but I don't think that's correct. But even doing that, there was a report that stated $364 million. That was apparently, that is Warner guesstimating what the budget would be for their tax incentives, something along those lines. So obviously they inflate the number so they get more of a tax incentive to get taken off. But do I think it's 225? I don't. I think it's most likely going to be probably around 375. I think that would be more realistic. But supposedly tax incentives and rebates got it to 225 mil. What's the real budget? We won't know until it finally gets reported. What, a year from now? 18 months from now? But I think it's like the market. There's no fucking way in hell that the marketing budget is 100 million, for fuck's sake.
No.
That is just lunacy to even say that. Solomon Kane, 66, has been a member for 16 months. Solomon Kane, thank you. And Martino throwing 20 Swiss onto the counter, slapping it down, walking away like a baller. Love you, Martino. Reno the Turk with a $10 says, in a parallel universe, Gunn attacks Supes socials with the hammer of B, coming out in a gimp suit and says hashtag super shit as he puts his prison guard uniform before unmasking Ultraman on TikTok in position behind.
Well,
I think he went full Joker 2 there.
yeah, full Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
That gets said so much on open bar super chats now. Like, I hate seeing my favorite franchise get Brendan Gleeson.
Oh man, that is crazy. The Cynical Crusader with a £5 says new Hellraiser revival game trailer looks great. Check it out if you can. Doug Bradley is back as Pinhead. Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool.
I thought they were done with Doug. I thought he was too problematic for them now.
Well, I thought because I just figured he was too old to play him in the movies, but not too old to play him in, voice roles.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a. Are there? How many Hellraiser games are there?
I have no idea. Is
Clive
it
Barker's Hellraiser revival? Let's have a look.
Or is it a video?
I believe it is. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it looks like a video. Oh, what year were you born in? 1900. I was born on the 1st of January, 1900.
Oh, is it like a? I think it's cutscene on like a. It's not. It's a pre-rendered cutscene trailer.
I'm just having a quick little look. Footage captured on PC. Okay. Yeah. Oh, a couple of people having a good fuck.
Oh, there's a bit of gameplay in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks like it could be something.
Oh, she's got one of the.
Hellraiser's got some potential. I'm just saying. There's an IP,
She's got a cube and she's opening up the cube. Ooh, I've got such delights to show you.
Sights, you mean, right?
Whatever. It's been a while.
I have such sights to show you.
Jesus, what? Cinnabites are there.
Cinnabites?
Cenobites.
God, you're doing the fucking Sly Glazer from Inglourious Bastards right now. People in chat be like, he's not even from around here.
Oh wow. That look oh. Okay. Looks suitably gory.
Yeah, that last section I was like, yeah. Something there.
When's it? It just says wish list now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Keep my eye on it. Pegsy with a £2 says Theoden, Lord of the Rings, or House of the Dragons. You pronounce this for me.
Viserys.
It is Viserys, okay. And why? Love you. Theoden, because I haven't seen House of the Dragon.
Theoden, because he's one of the most legendarily awesome characters in the history of fiction. Viserys is really good. Can't really compete. The more I watch Lord of the Rings, the more Theoden slowly climbs the ladder of my favorite characters. He's
amazing.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
Oh, especially that charge at the end of Return of the King. And then they are just literally regrouping, recharging, recharge. It's like, oh my God. You see there why the Rohirrim riders are so feared.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They just absolutely broke the side, just broke the flank of the so good, so good. And then Theoden's face, of course, when never mind. Anyway. Oh, damn. I just saw them again recently. I did my annual watch of the extended editions. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Chat's just going city bits, city bots, cinnamon sin bites. Chat is undefeated. Eric Brown has been a member for 24 months. Eric, thank you. Surly SOB with a $10 says Gary dips out and suddenly the show's on time. Unless gay. when it's on my channel, Surly SOB, it's always on time. It's always
That's what
on
we
time.
do.
But when it's on Gary's channel, well, the rest, as they say, is history. Stephen G has been a member for 8 months. Stephen G, thank you. Jegson Voorhees with a $2 says, Mola, have you seen the latest Predator Badlands trailer?
Yes, and it was disappointing, but I've kind of lost faith in that movie completely anyway.
Oh, yeah. I never had any to begin with. Cara Frey Kitty with a £2 says, hey lads, did you see the Hellraiser game trailer? Yeah, I just saw it then.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, looks
Hope for the best.
Some possibilities.
Hellraiser could use a bit more. The vast majority of Hellraiser movies are crap. The new one I thought was quite fun, and then of course the original's good shit, and the second one's got some neat stuff to put on top. But I don't know if you've seen like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
No, I've seen the first 3. I think I've seen the first 3.
They get weird. Not that they aren't already weird. They're kind of weird anyway. But I don't know. I do like the whole pain, pleasure, Cenobites, the vibes, the horrors, the visuals in those films. Like, dude, the skeleton slowly like gaining all of its flesh back. I remember when I first saw that when I was super young. I was just like, that looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's I'm actually quite surprised that they've done the sex and torture thing together, because it seemed that they wanted for a long time Hollywood and game tried to separate between the two. But yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my eye on it.
Keep an eye, yeah.
Gonna keep my eye on it, because first trailer looked okay. It looked like it could be, you never know. Pie Guy with a £2 says, who's writing the Schlurpo sequel trilogy? Oh, I got a really good guy on
Michael
that.
Waldron.
Better.
You'll make it pretty funny. You wouldn't be intentional, but it would be funny. Michael, we need you to write the most dramatic and serious content you've ever written. He's like, okay. And we're like, yeah, do it.
I don't think I even laughed unintentionally at Doctor
In Multiverse
Strange.
of Madness? That's fair.
Yeah. I just hated it.
It's because it was awful.
It
took 6
was
hours
awful.
to talk about all my issues in there, and I didn't even get to all of them.
Well, I got a great guy called Ryan Johnston.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear he's...
Not to be confused with somebody of a similar name.
He's putting out his 3rd Knives Out movie. You gonna go see it?
Oh, good. I will see it, just like I haven't seen the first 2. Because I don't care. What if I do have doilies in my house? Or dollies? Oh, I've got lots of dollies, thank you. I love my dollies. You know I love my dollies. Purple Thighs with a $2 says, I'm mad, no red ghost. And release the Corman Fantastic Four Blu-ray. They were all on the red carpet. Foundation with a €12 says, just watched Cosmonauts video on Xander, and he actually argues that there aren't any consequences for cheating on Cordelia with Willow because he just dates Anya. Fuck my life.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you remember, he is miserable for a while because Cordelia fucking hates him. She even cast a spell that ends up creating a universe where he became a vampire. Do you remember that episode? It's called The Wish.
I can't remember that one. No.
It's really cool because it's a trope done in a lot of. I'm pretty sure like every TV show has done this, where there's an alter. It's like they do like, what would this universe look like if blah 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 blah. And in this case, it was if Buffy Summers never came to Sunnydale. And what happens is the Master killed everybody basically.
Oh, I think I remember this one now.
But the cool part of the episode is that with the structure of that, with writing, with TV shows, that character will come to realize they made a mistake and then they'll undo it, right? Like that's how it usually runs. It's only like halfway through the episode that Cordelia gets eaten. She's just dead. And it's like, what the fuck's gonna happen now? And is Anyanka gets defeated by Giles and friends, you know, so the spell gets undone. But yeah, it's cool shit. But no, there are lots of consequences for him. I mean, one, fucking Cordelia gets impaled on a rebar. You call that consequences, but I guess if you just still ends up dating someone else, so there's no consequences. That's a really weird way to see that. It's whatever. It's not a very good video. Just saying.
King Cam 97 with the $5 says, guys, have you seen the Fantastic Four reviews? Marvel is so back.
Hell yeah.
It's not like we've heard that a million times or anything. Well, of course, these are the reviews from the very objective, hand-picked critics. They're not critics at all. There's nothing critical about them.
Well, give them a few months. They might get critical then.
Yeah. Give them the safety. When the safety net's been put out, is it safe to talk about this properly now? Honestly now? Yes. Okay. We'll see when it comes out for general release. We'll see when we all start putting our takes together and see where we are. Matt Thrower with a £5 says, are you trying to tell us you don't want a soy boy humanized predator being saved and lectured by a girl boss for an entire film? I gotta say, it's not floating my boat.
It just completely fucks the premise for me. Like, oh, you've got an alien on an alien world having to survive. It's like, oh, that's kind of bold. Hollywood doesn't usually entertain. It's like, but it talks, first of all, the Predator. I assume you saw that in the trailer too. It has subtitles, which I was already like, oh. Remember AVP you had to interpret what it was saying? It was pointing to things or It's like, even that is way more restrained than giving the Predator fucking subtitles. But now it's also got a companion that will say everything that needs to be said. It's like, oh, great.
I say, oh, Predator. Yeah,
it's quite dangerous here, isn't it, Mr. Predator? I'm quite scared.
Oh my, I'm scared. I'm not scared, though, because I'm half a woman, not a man. If I was a man, I'd be scared.
Yeah, didn't they used to make mandroids?
Mandroids, yeah. Now the wham droids. Gollum Wolf with a $5 says, fitting that Hollywood sees the Predator as the good guy. Giggity.
Oh, I guess. Do you remember the Winona Ryder she was a droid in android in Resurrection? Remember that?
Resurrection, yes.
So it went boy, girl, boy.
And Resurrection was a terrible film as well.
What? What do you mean? Everyone loved that one. Remember when Brad Dourif wanted to fuck the alien? What is with our planet's history? Like, why couldn't... Sometimes it's that Steve Buscemi quote from Spy Kids 2. Do you ever think that God fears what he created or whatever?
Oh, yeah. But it is actually very realistic of the human race. See something, wants to fuck it.
Yes.
But Sigourney Weaver fucked it instead. Hector, Dr. Trips with a $5 says, so why do we keep paying this Gary guy when he keeps missing work all the time, arriving late? Swear he behaves like an ex-con sometimes. Harry Brownhole with a 2 Canadian says, you're the Predator IP, but in this era, you're shit. Oh, probably. Grand Wazoo 42 has been a member for 51 months. And Grand Wazoo with a super sticker. What are we Grand Wazooing? Are we fist bumping? Are we hot dogging Grand Wazoo? We are hot dog. We're hot dogging. We're dogging. Brian Laguerre with a $5 said he likes Fantastic Four 2005 but hates Superman. It's gotta be shit.
No. Fantastic Four 2005 actually follows just a conventional storytelling structure. Like you learn who everyone is, you get your inciting incident, then they slowly develop your powers. And Gary was right. the disaster that they solved the first time around is all caused because the thing scares someone into the middle of the road and then it just blows up. I don't even know if you remember that scene or not. And then Doctor Doom gets mad and then they fight him, and there's just a bunch of sort of, okay character payoffs throughout. It's a very normal film. And contrary to popular belief, I'm very tolerant of normal films. Superman, on the other hand, I have said since we've been talking about it, it is fucking weirdly structured. It's a weird fucking movie.
It is so disjointed.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It's so disjointed.
Also Jessica Alba, that's true.
Yeah, boy. Remember when Jessica Alba was kidnapped?
No.
She was like 15 or something. She was on set of some show or whatever, and she went missing for 14 hours. And then they found her tied up in the trunk of somebody's car.
Jeez.
And she doesn't talk about it.
I guess that's not surprising.
And and nobody was held accountable.
What the?
It's you need to look at it. It's really
fucking I've never heard of this.
Weird. Yeah, you look into that. It's Flipper. Yes, it was Flipper. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, put Jessica Alba kidnap Flipper. It is insane. The Maester with a $5. Hell, I might do a video. I might just do a video about it. Remember that time Jessica Alba was kidnapped? And just kind of go through it. Yeah. The Maester with a $5 says, I have heard a lot of praise from you all for Superman 78. What did you all think of Superman 2? Would love to chat with you all someday about fandom. I love Superman 2. The Donner cut, though. The Donner cut of Superman 2 is fantastic, and I absolutely love it. It's a lot more serious. It gets rid of the stupidity that was edited into it. And the reveal scene between Superman and Lois is so much better.
Yeah, I really like Superman. 1 and 2 I almost see as a really strong package.
Me too. Yeah, because number 1 totally leads into number 2.
Yeah.
The setup was all done. So yeah, Superman 1 and 2 I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them.
You would date them.
I would totally get off with them if they wanted to. Dragon Noodle Soup with a $2 says screechy monkey noises.
All right.
Okay. Majdin with a $5 says personally, I can't wait for L/A Emperor's new groove, where Pasha is trying to leave his pregnant wife while she saves Cusco. Schlepper wept.
They're on the way, boys and girls. They're on the way. The live action everything. Emperor's New Groove is awesome.
Carlos Aru with $5 says, fun fact about Pedro. His father didn't flee dictatorship. He was a fertility doctor who evaded taxes and switched frozen embryos without consent. I don't know that, but I know there's a lot of dodginess about Pedro's father. I know there's a lot of dodginess about him. If you look into it, it's pretty funny. D-Gay Cobra's Busted Balloon Knot with a $5 says, I'd pay to see Jamie Lee Curtis in a new Freaky Friday movie with her trans son switching places. Then they 41%ed themselves. Statistically accurate. Oh. Carlos Aru with a $2 says, for more info, watch Sydney Watson's video about Pedro. Yeah, she did a I'm sick of Pedro Pascal video. I haven't seen it yet, but I will do. I like Sydney. I think she's a good lass. Gordon Cadell with a 30-month membership says, hi, guys. Superman is like a Monday morning at work. You went there, hated it, but you knew you had to do callbacks later. So Tuesday's going to be bad too. Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know, because I saw Superman. Yeah, I had to did a video about it, did some streams about it, still talking about the box office about it.
Hmm.
But one thing I'm never going to do is see it again. No point. Never going to see that shit again.
What about in prep for Supergirl?
I don't think any prep's needed. She had
Not
no
really.
She had
Not
no
really.
link to the film apart from turning up, taking Crypto, because
Yeah.
Crypto is going to most likely play an important part in her film if it's following the Tom King comics. But what did she do? She turned up, took Crypto, and called Superman a bitch. Probably should like her. But she was an obnoxious drunk. She looked like a drunken sorority whore. So, yeah, not really a lot to like about that. Brian Laguerre with a $5 says Superman only dropped 52% second week versus Man of Steel's 67%, which typically means people liked the film more and had better word of mouth. Yes, domestically, it held up. It's a 53% drop, but I'm not going to split hairs to you. Domestically, it held up, but internationally, it's falling apart. Man of Steel dropped off 67% week one. Its international still held, and as you saw, its international outperformed its domestic, which isn't going to be the case here. So even if this Superman performs better domestically than Man of Steel, which it has a very good chance of doing, that international is so bad, it might erode all the good work that the domestic hold's going to do. So how the domestic is going to hold up this week is going to be interesting from Thursday onwards when Fantastic Four comes out.
This is the last of their big weeks.
Yeah. So it's really kind of got to do as much as it can today. Well, Monday, which it did 6.9, which isn't bad. Tuesday, which tends to be the best day of the week for the box office gross Monday to Thursday. Then Wednesday will come down to somewhere around Monday's figure. And then Thursday tends to be the lowest box office of the week day anyway. And then you compound the Fantastic Four coming out for previews. It might have a little bit more of an impact on that. So time's going to tell, but it's better domestic, or at least it's better pacing on domestic, could be completely overdone with the terrible international that's happening. Also, Brian, I will say this. The comparisons you're doing, no problem. Absolutely fine. Of course, people are going to compare with Man of Steel. But if this does the same amount of money as Man of Steel at the box office, it's still lost money. And ultimately, you could compare it to whatever film you want. If it loses money, it loses money. So as the first movie in a brand new universe, not a great start. And doesn't bode well for the universe going forward. Considering that's your big gun, no pun intended.
Ha.
That's your big boy. Now what's Supergirl going to do? Fucking probably garbage. How well have Girl Boss movies been doing recently, Morley?
You have to remind me what movies have come out.
The Marvels.
That's fucking. How old is that now?
Not as old as we would like to think.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like
2 years, 3 years.
How long before there's people who are like, that movie actually was that a thing?
Did
I thought
it
people made that up as a joke. Like,
oh my god, 2 years.
I still find it amazing that they chose to do that. How delusional.
Dude, it was November 2023. It's a year and a half.
God, it was so bad.
Holy shit. Just a year, and it feels like a lifetime ago. Anyway. Josh Kelsey slapping a 20 on the counter. Josh, thank you so much indeed, dude. Love you, Bo. And not my mom with the $5. It's people in the chat are pointing out that Az has the same skyline as Grace Randolph. Does that mean she's Chat's mum?
Oh my God.
Oh, no. I can neither confirm nor deny that Grace
It's all
Randolph
starting to make
is Chat's
sense. Yeah, I'd always wondered.
When I ask her for sex, does she go, no?
I hope not.
I know. It wouldn't be a very good relationship, would it?
No.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Come on, chat. You can't back me into that corner. Is it the same background as Grace Randolph?
Dude, this is a fucking hot fuzz joke waiting to happen there, by the way. Like with her no, and then you need to say yes, you just go, yo.
Dojo Coda with 100 checks says, my take on Superman, it's not underperforming internationally, but overperforming domestically. Americans are more likely to overlook terrible marketing, and that is a bad Superman movie. Okay, that's an interesting take. What do you reckon on that? It's performing fine internationally. It's just overperforming domestically.
Oh,
it's
tough.
I'd tell you what, Dojo, this is where I can't agree with you on. Okay. I can't agree with you on because if you look back at all different superhero movies, as you know, we just did a couple of examples, but you'll see that the domestic and the international tend to be on parity with the international tending to be a little bit more. Again, you just have to look at the dinosaur movie, which is roughly in the same position domestically at the same time, second weekend of Superman, but internationally faring so much better. So I also the start of a 95 million international for the first weekend. That's just a bad international. That's just a terrible international. So I get what you're trying to do with that, but I don't. I actually think it is a underperforming international and a domestic, which started off very average, but held. So it's actually the hold in the first week that is propping up this movie's box office. Otherwise, if it had a big drop off, if it had a 65% drop off, this movie is going to be in the 300 and something range after the second weekend, with Fantastic Four coming out, with Dinosaur movie doing well. It would be fucked. So it's actually the hold, the first week hold, and the second weekend hold, which is propping this up. Anxiety with a $5 says, what did you guys think of Hassan comparing himself to Superman? The narcissist compared himself to Superman. This is crazy. With how he tries to help people take action and motivate them to do right.
It sounds more like Lex Luthor to say.
Yeah.
I'm Superman.
I'm something of a Superman myself.
Also, what else does he match Lex on? It's like a fucking ridiculous amount of money. Spends it all on himself to try and make himself look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly talks about like how he's going to make the world a better place, but ultimately only really serving himself. It's just like, man, I feel like it's a different character. You're matching a little more here.
Yeah. He's definitely more of a Lex Luthor than he is a Superman by a long shot. He'd probably take that as a compliment, by the way.
I could just totally imagine him being like, I'm way more of a Superman. It's like, well, yeah, it wouldn't make sense if you were a Lex Luthor for you to say that you're a Lex Luthor. You'd have to say you're a Superman. So you're playing into it. I like that. Good job.
When no person is a Superman who says they are a Superman. Tyrion Lannister. Tywin Lannister. Tywin Lannister or something.
Close enough.
All I know is Hassan's a fucking twat. That's
Correct.
a horrible, hideous, fucking disgusting disgrace of a human being. That's all. Martino with the 2 Swiss says, it's the Empire Strikes Back of Marvel films. No! Stop it. Stop it. That'll which wasn't there a Marvel film recently that they said it's the Empire Strikes Back of the Marvel films? I swear to God. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in.
I'm thinking to myself, like, what would even qualify? Like, can't be Thunderbolts, can't be Brave New World, can't be the Marvel.
I'm sure this has been called upon before. The comparison to the Empire Strikes Back is often used to describe Avengers Infinity War within the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I mean,
both films are known for their darker tones, high stakes, and sense of impending doom.
That one is the most sense you can make out of like all the films in the Marvel universe. But I'm sorry, you're not Empire Strikes Back, okay? But I thought you meant within like the recent.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's used it in their Fantastic Four comparison.
Ugh.
Thank you, Martino. Love you both. Something Wong with a £2 says, when Squid Game 3 FAP. Nice. I like the way you did that.
Because of the way the episodes worked out, it'll be, I think, 2 weeks from now when we're doing season 3.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Inotma Wong with the $5 says, I've heard that when Grace Wendell climaxes, he lets out a long ear-piecing so is that true as wow? Yes. Vaughn with a €2 says, would it be funny if Fantastic Four was actually good? Do you know what, Vaughn? I'd really like to come out of Fantastic Four and go, do you know what? That was good. I actually enjoyed that. That was fun. I would legitimately like that. Because all I've been seeing, I've seen dinosaur fucking movie. I've seen fucking Thunderbolts. I've seen super shit. It would be nice to come out Fantastic Four going, do you know what? I didn't have a lot of high expectations, but I actually enjoyed that. I would like that a lot. Legitimately. Kirst has been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Kirst. Chris1306 with 35 Zargon says, as per Anthony Mackie, Captain America doesn't necessarily represent America. Yeah.
Man, that name is just getting in the way there at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, Captain America. Oh my God. Thunderbolts, don't you mean the new Avengers? Yeah, they didn't really go far with that one.
Nope.
They didn't. I haven't seen anything anywhere that says the new Avengers. It's all Thunderbolts. Brian Laguerre with a $2 says, you're comparing a movie that was out for months. Brian, which comparisons are you referring to? Which comparison are you talking about? Just put it in the chat. You don't have to super chat again. Just put it in the chat if you're still here. So I can.
Oh, is this about when we were talking about the international versus domestic on other films like Thunderbolts? Because we were talking about ratios.
Yeah, we're talking of ratio. So we're talking. There would have to be something crazy to happen for the international of this film to suddenly overtake Man of Steel. To overtake the domestic. That would be. It's impossible. There's a tracking. In the first week, it was 30 million less. In the second week, it's 65. So it's keeping on track the amount that it's falling behind the domestic. So even though, Thunderbolts or other films or whatever, we're showing that the international's ending higher than the domestic, it's going to be the case in this regard that the international is going to end below the domestic because it's tracking. One is tracking there and the other is tracking there. So you just have to look at the comparison to understand that. There's no way the international is going to overtake the domestic. Something insane, another Earth would have to be brought into the equation.
Yeah, because obviously all of our discussions are based on just how the numbers usually flow.
Yes.
And the idea that a ratio would flip or level out after all, like, sorry, the international's not catching up to that domestic for Superman. It's not happening.
No. Dark Knight Rider with the $2 says, could the Superman monkeys be Screen Rant writers? I don't think Screen Rant has writers. I swear to God that Screen Rant is pure AI generated articles.
I was going to say, those monkeys could type, so...
Oh! No. Yeah. Yeah, I think Screen Rant is pure AI. Marksman of 117B with a $2 says, seen Log Horizon yet? Rewatch, still good. No, but I did watch for the first time ever the first episode of My Hero Academia.
Oh. What do you think?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first episode, yeah. And then I started watching episode 2, but then I was really tired, so I started falling asleep, so I stopped. But yeah, the anime, yeah. What do you mean kick ass? Don't kick me. But I've been told to watch Solo Leveling. I've been told to watch Log Horizon. In actual fact, I think it was somebody sent me the Blu-rays of Log Horizon. I think it was Legalized Adulthood. But some when I did have the PO box, some people sent me some wonderful animes to watch, and I do have to watch Log Horizon, and I do need to watch Solo Leveling.
Animumbo.
Kill Gannon 84 with a $2 says Gunn is basically blaming Trump. He's just blaming anyone but himself, and the fact that his movie is highly divisive. And it's not divisive because of politics. It's divisive because I think the film's a fucking mess. Structurally, I think it's terribly structured. I don't think it gives any setups to payoffs. It's just sort of payoffs for setups that we perceive are already in place. It doesn't explain the relationship. It doesn't really go into the relationship between Clark and Lois. It doesn't go into the relationship between Clark and the Kents. I have no idea that Superman's been Superman for 3 years, and yet this is the first time he's meeting Lex Luthor. Yet Lex Luthor absolutely detests Superman for some reason. But we just got to say why, because Lex Luthor and Superman. So you know how it is.
Oh, I've heard that from so many people. It's like, you know, all of this stuff. It's like, oh, that's not how that works, but okay.
It's not how that works. You need to have your motivations properly fleshed out for your characters. And you know, even Lois, even Lex at the end going, it's because you're a filthy alien. That doesn't make up for anything.
No.
Inotmamon, a review and rants with a $10 says Superman Returns also failed internationally. In that film, Perry White says, does he stand for truth, justice, and all that stuff? Seems like there's an anti-patriotic pattern here. Look, when I can't speak for Mauler, I'll let Mauler speak for himself on this one. But as a non-American, when I see people embarrassed by their own country, it doesn't endear me to them. When I see an entity that's very much an American piece of, you know, Superman is Americana. It's as Americana as it gets. And when you see this consistent apology for the American way, because these champagne socialist twats don't believe in the American way, because the American way is actually work hard. And it doesn't matter if you're an immigrant off the boat or homegrown, you can make something of yourself here in America. And they don't like that because they need to create their own fucking politics around immigration and stuff like that and all that kind of jazz.
I think it's shit that there's this great insecurity over saying truth, justice, and the American way. I wish they'd get over themselves. Just say it. Don't worry, you'll survive. You'll make it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be, but yeah. We can hug afterwards if you want. But yeah, I want to see Superman holding an American flag. I want to see him holding a huge American flag with it flapping behind him like a boss. I want to hear him say truth, justice, and the American way, because those are the values that he believes in. So when you refuse to say the American way, it tells me as somebody who's not American that you do not believe in your own country. And that isn't an attractive proposition for a character like Superman, who is Americana. Through and through. Another name with a $20 says James Gunn and his ilk. Ungratefulness is the downside of what makes the US great. We're always looking for better. Unfortunately, that can manifest in idiots as the need to make everything seem bad. It's the ungratefulness of it. It really is. But, that'd be James Gunn, I guess. Teddy has been a member for 38 months. And remember, Morley, when James Gunn and, is it Michael Safran?
Peter
Safran took over. They actually said, didn't Peter Safran actually say truth, justice, and the American way?
I don't remember now, did he?
I think so, yeah. I think he actually said truth, justice, and the American way, and then that vanished. Yeah, sadly, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at 76 years old, just a week or so after his farewell concert. It's crazy.
Yeah, I suppose
he looked very frail, though. He did look very frail, obviously, at the concert.
I suppose try to take some solace in the fact that he managed to get that farewell tour.
Yeah, and he did do that. Terry Masters with a $5 says, as I appreciate the Steiner math to explain the Superman box office. It's not Steiner math is all over the place. This box office it's correct. Also, congrats to you on More Than Saints and Sinners. Can't wait to read it. Terry, can't wait for you to read it. Can't wait for your feedback. Really, really excited about that. But yeah, you have to try and explain the box office in fucking retarded detail to people who just want to fudge it to make their own narratives. And like I said, there's plenty of films that I love that didn't do well at the box office. I don't have to try and cope with the box office. It doesn't take away my appreciation of the film, or in this case, my non-appreciation of the film. San Zoltan with 1,000 arses says, confetti time. If that was 600 million pesos, not even the shills could defend that. No, wait. If they were shills, they would say they are Mexican pesos. Hey, hellas. There you go. Zan Zoltan with his 88 pence super chat, which looks huge. Caffeinated Me has been a member for 20 months. Thank you, Caffeinated Me. Brian Leguer with a $5 says, a lot of marketing is made back with product placement and brand deals, which is why break-even points are often lower. Man of Steel spent more, but made a profit. What I find very interesting is when we discuss the box office, we discuss money put in, and we discuss money made at the box office, and we talk about profit and loss based on that. This Superman movie, for some reason, has got so many fucking people butthurt, and I'm not talking about you necessarily, Brian, but it's got so many people fucking butthurt I'm hearing, oh, well, yeah, you need to factor in the marketing. You need to factor in the. Oh, sorry, when I say marketing, you need to factor in the toy sales. You need to factor in the sponsorship deals that they would make. You need to factor into. You're just like, this is so weird because you never talk about this when you discuss about other films. Now we know that a film can not make a profit at the box office and go into the the DVD Blu-ray marketplace and come out with a profit.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. We know that. One of the best examples is the Resident Evil movies. Don't tend to do great at the box office, but they tend to do exceedingly good in the Blu-ray sales and whatnot. But this, for some reason, this Superman film was just really wound up so many fucking people that they're now trying to bring in any factor. Well, you don't know what the brand deals you don't. You don't know how much money they made for the. You don't know how many toys were sold. I saw at least 3 toys being sold at my local store, and they already had 5 toys. Therefore, 66% of the toys were sold. And now, if we compare that to the whole of the fucking toys in the world, then Superman's made $64 billion.
I'd say James Gunn trying to explain the international numbers, as well as everybody currently discussing whether or not it is profitable at all, is evidence that this did not go well.
Yeah. Because if everything was going well, you wouldn't have to highlight a specific part of the box office. Well, the international box office is doing great, even though it's clearly lagging way behind the domestic box office. Would it be more appropriate to be going, well, I mean, the domestic box office is holding up brilliantly. It's like one of the lowest drops we've seen in a superhero movie in years. This is absolutely fantastic. So the cope that they have to go to the international market shows how insecure they are about the international market.
It reminds me of being like an 8-year-old searching for enough pennies to afford a chocolate bar, and you're like, in my pockets, you're like digging in, you're like, it's got to be at least one more. We're under the sofa.
Yeah, if you go behind the sofa, yeah.
Yes, here it is. See, it broke even.
Yeah, there. See, got him. So yeah, there seems to be a lot of cope around this film for whatever reason. Big Ounce with a $5 says weekly Marvel versus DC. Tim Drake, Red Robin versus Hawkeye, both full arsenals.
Doesn't Hawkeye have like immense accuracy?
Yeah, it's Tim Drake's still not. I mean, Tim Drake's not at his most powerful. Like, obviously, when he gets older and stronger and all that kind of stuff. So I'd probably have to give this to Hawkeye. I'd have to give this to Hawkeye. In his, like, Tim's very capable. He's an excellent fighter and everything, but he's gay, and so Hawkeye would easily win. The comics made him gay, so. No, he's still a kid. Ultimately, he's still a kid. Hawkeye's very well trained, not just as an archer, but he's a very well trained fighter as well. So I would say ultimately Hawkeye would come through.
He'd come through.
It'd come through Tim Drake. Don't wow me. Don't wow me. DC turned him gay. Don't wow me. DC just said, hey, do you know what? After 30 years of an on-off relationship with Stephanie Brown, Tim Drake's going to start sucking dick. I didn't fucking make that decision. By the way, his character's now utterly destroyed because this is all he... Okay. His ongoing series made 9 issues before it was cancelled. Because we just ruined the character now. Oh, okay. Muggy with a 30 Mars says, here's a version that includes Shrek writing challenge. Make a knight saves princess for an evil dragon story interesting. No subversions, like the dragon is good. Shrek is also included in this.
I don't know if this is a development, because I think me and Drinker answered a version of this question, which we were curious. So the original one I remember was, do you think that Hollywood could write a knight saves princess from evil dragon story nowadays without subversion?
Like the Princess saves herself. Blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
we
blah,
we,
blah,
we
blah,
basically
blah,
said
blah.
no, and then I said, would Shrek count? Because Shrek is subversive, but not too subversive in the sense that he still does save Fiona, you know.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so here I guess they've said here's a version that includes Shrek. So, can you? So, if the question is simply, can you make a knight saves princess from evil dragon story interesting? Absolutely. You just have to make interesting characters. You can. The knight can be anyone. He can be aggressive, or he can be selfish, or he can be, you know, because that's what Shrek is in that version, right? He's doing it because he wants to get the fairy tale creatures out of his swamp. He's not doing it for honor. But you can obviously run the honor way, but you can have, you know, particular reasons, different backstory, or you can have that he's not alone, right? He's got like there's two knights, or that there's this particular princess, there's different elements you can run, and then what kind of evil dragon, and maybe something that controls it, or it's doing something there that's a little bit more complicated. Just mix and match different characteristics. You don't need to subvert anything necessarily, and if you make the world interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that feels to be lost now as like an element that nobody cares about with fantasy. Because it's almost like, in a sense, and this is no blame to Tolkien whatsoever, but the people are just like, yeah, whatever he did, sort of that, but shit. And that's my world. And it's like, really? You don't want to think about it a little longer than that? Maybe do something your own way? I don't know. Just... yeah, basically what I'm saying is Knight saves Princess from Evil Dragon is an archetype, and we've got millions of ways to make that interesting, I would argue.
Could be done. Could Hollywood do it right now? No. Probably not. Ed Song with a $5 says, but as Krypton had its chance. Slash laser beam peak.
Crashes the ship through like 17 skyscrapers. Oh my god.
Kills thousands of
Clark! What are you doing?
Kal-El, no! Yeah, Man of Steel.
Kal-El, what the fuck?
It's got a lot of problems as Man of Steel, particularly that third act. Never mind the Jonathan Kent stuff, but yeah.
I am afraid, by the way, I've got to make some more calls. So I'm going to have to leave you.
Okie dokie. I shall be here on my own then.
You're going to have to answer these wonderful people's messages on your lonesome.
Oh, by myself.
What do you mean? Grace is right there behind you, recording her videos.
Can't show. Okay, Molly, love you. Anything you'd like to plug before you go?
Well, you know, Fantastic Four. I'll be talking on
Grace
FNT about it,
Randolph.
and EFAP. We'll be doing a little episode on it. So, yeah.
Lovely, fucking lovely.
See now things are going in the old MCU.
All right, buddy. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah, see you then. To the bed. Cheerio.
Baby boo.
Bye now. Mwah.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Boobies. I'm all on my own now. By the way, chat, I did not know that. I tell you what, chat, you're lucky to even have a show today, by the way. Because I messaged Gary last night just before I was going to bed because I wanted to know what he thought of Fantastic Four because I knew he was going to see Fantastic Four. So he texts me back. He says, can I call you later? So I'm like, okay. So I'm getting into bed last night with Chat's mum. And just as I'm getting into bed, my phone rings and it's Gary. And he's just like, oh, have I woken you up at all? I'm like, no. I said, we're literally just getting into bed. So tell me, what did you think of Fantastic Four? So Gary tells me what he thinks of Fantastic Four. Short, sweet. It's about a 10-minute conversation. And just before we're going, right, I think to myself, I better just remind Gary, because I know he's on the road. I know he's on the road because of San Diego Comic-Con. I'm just going to remind Gary, but he knows that obviously the Real BBC's on his channel tomorrow. So I said, don't forget, dude, of course, you know, Real BBC's on your channel. But I'm thinking he's got X-Ray Girl. He's got QBG. They all know this. And then Gary just goes, what? I'm like, yeah, it's your turn. It's on your channel this week, guys. Like, I said I can't do it. So I had to set up a room there and then. And I'm just thinking, if I didn't do that, if I just thought everything's under control, I'm just going to, come into the chat when it's my time and just going to wait for my DM that has the link to come into here. There wouldn't have even been a room. There would have been a stream. There would have been anything. Dear goodness. Gary's a real author now. He doesn't have time for you as right. So you're actually lucky that you've got a show today, because at one point there wasn't going to be anything and none of us would have known until it was too late. Zachariah Nunez with a $10 says, instead of going to the theater, we stayed home, made popcorn, and my kids watched The Iron Giant for the first time. Man, that was so good. Watch The Iron Giant instead, everyone. I mean, I don't think I could argue with that at all. Brian Laguerre with a $5 says, this inflation point is dumb. Oh, Brian, no. Because you'd have to adjust the budget. Yes. Adjusting the budget for Man of Steel, it comes to about $310 million. That's what it comes to. Yes, just because you adjust the box office doesn't mean that you don't adjust the production budget, etc. That's not the argument. That's not the argument. The argument isn't whether Man of Steel made money or not. That's not the argument. The argument is, if this was going to be apples to apples in 2025 and they took exactly the same amount of money, because remember, back in 2013, ticket prices are way lower, way more people are going to the cinema than 2025. So there's all kinds of fucking kerfuffle around that. But if you wanted to do apples for apples, not what made a profit, what didn't make a profit, what was the budget, what wasn't the budget, apples for apples, then Man of Steel takes $930 million at the box office in 2025's money. So you've got the amount of tickets that were sold, the price of the tickets that were sold, all of these things come into consideration. But if you did adjust the Man of Steel's production budget in 2025, it would go to $310 million. And I certainly think, I mean, at the moment, there's no facts to back this up. They come later when people lose interest in the film and people actually report it properly. But I think there's a likelihood, very high likelihood, that the budget for this Superman movie is much closer to $310 million than it is to $225 million. So this isn't about profitability. This is simply about box office take. Because if you were doing the comparison between ticket prices, holy shit. Russ, go fuck off. Fuck off. Fucking child. Fuck out of here. Baby. Fuck out of here. So yes. So that's why it isn't dumb. Also, movies actually made more on average back then. Yes, do you know why? Because Hollywood wasn't fucked like it is now, Brian. Because Hollywood are actually trying to make movies to entertain people once upon a time. Now, everything's full of some fucking far-left political shitty message, or they simply can't write characters anymore. They can't write stories. They can't write strong male characters. Every fucking female's a girl boss. That might have something to do with the box office take. Because people turned out for fucking droves to see Deadpool Wolverine. That took 1.3 fucking 4 billion. So to say more people, well, not enough people. How could Deadpool Wolverine do that then? Is Deadpool a bigger character than Superman? Is Wolverine a bigger character than Superman? No, it's about the quality of the writing. And people like Gunn and we've just had a whole conversation about how embarrassed they are to say truth, justice, and the American way. And when you're showing your audience that you're embarrassed about your own film, your own character, then why the hell should the people who are going to spend good money to see this film do it? Oh, if you're embarrassed by it, what's the point? What's the point of even seeing it? But I think there are a lot of factors why people would be turned off to go see the Superman film. Never mind the terrible marketing, the oversaturation of the marketing, James Gunn's fucking immigration analogies, Sean Gunn's fucking drugged up immigration analogies on the red carpets, turning people off in droves. The movie looking like there's a billion characters that nobody knows. Nobody knows who the fuck Mr. Terrific is. Nobody knows who Guy Gardner is, Hawk Girl is. Normies don't know these characters. They just see mess, mess, mess. Who's the engineer? Mess. Who's this Ultraman? Mess, 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 mess. There was a lot about that film that would be enough for somebody to go, God, this looks like a fucking ADHD fucking wank. Spurg. So Brian, you've lost me on this one completely, mate. I appreciate the banter, though. I do appreciate the banter. But you've lost me completely on this one. Now we are definitely hitting the realm of copium. Copius Maximus. Carlos Lima with a $5 says, Smallville isn't perfect, but at least they understood the Superman character. They portrayed him better. Smallville, obviously a TV show. You can do a lot more with a TV show than you can in a 2-hour movie. You're mistaken, as our money isn't good enough anymore. Well, there is an attitude, Carlos. Sorry, I'll get to you in a second, bud. There absolutely is an attitude that once upon a time, the customer was king. The customer was who we're making stuff for. And I don't think there's any denying that nowadays a lot of corporations very much have the mentality of, are you worthy to be our customer? And when a corporation has that attitude, they lose you. They lose you immediately. So many people have been driven away, particularly from superhero movies, with how fucking wank they have been over the last 6 years or so. How their expectations have been subverted. That there isn't just bad movie fatigue, which there is. There is also superhero fatigue because you're still showing all these years later, nearly 20 years since the MCU started going, you're still showing you're fucking embarrassed about your heroes. What was one thing Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't embarrassed about? It's fucking heroes. It wasn't embarrassed about putting Wolverine in the yellow and blue. Wasn't about stuff like that. Stuff like that actually matters. And so, yeah, as a non-American, I want to see Superman holding the American flag. I want to see Superman saying truth, justice, and the American way. I want him to hold to the values that he was created by. Because people don't necessarily hate America for America. They hate the people who are supposedly representing America when they don't. They show how ungrateful they are. They show how they've achieved the American dream and they spit on the flag. That's what people hate. Now then, getting back to Carlos. Yeah, with Smallville, you can obviously really flesh it out because you got a TV show, you got a lot more time than a movie does. But Smallville did a lot of good stuff. The first 4-5 seasons of Smallville, lots of good stuff in there. Yes, it went on way longer than it should have. Yes, it lost its way, certainly in later seasons. but certainly the first 3 seasons are they're excellent, absolutely excellent. And they still did so much great world building with Clark and relationship building with Clark and how the relationships can change and bend over time, and things that seem to be so clear to us at one point in our life is so different at another point in our life. But yeah, Smallville did a lot of good stuff. M2M with the $10 says, I hate the color, lighting, shading for MCU's Fantastic Four. It's still murky, gray sludge. The bright colors don't pop out enough. An insult to retro futurism. Marvel versus Capcom 3 Galactus has better coloring. Yeah, the only criticism that I would have of Galactus is it does, because I've seen the hot toy. So I've seen what he likes. I've seen what he looks like in the movie already. The colors are a bit muted. They are a bit muted. But other than that, it looks great. The costume does look great for Galactus. Roman87 with a 17.9 shekels says, are you going to invite Jeremy Johns to FNT? That's all Gary. It's got nothing to do with us. I'm just a monkey on that show. That's down to Gary. Sentinel Rex with a $5 says, day number 3 of trying to get Gary in contact with his potential younger brother. Sent him an email. I won't push the issue if I wasn't sure. It's nothing for me to get involved with at all, Sentinel Rex. And to be honest with you, Sentinel Rex, probably nothing for you to get involved with either. Snex with a $5 says, Gary is late. As you're late. Mauler, are you pregnant? Anyway, see you next Tuesday. That pretty much sums up the conversation from Real BBC. Zan Zoltan has been a member for 49 months. Says, tell Gary to spoil it. Nobody here is going to go watch Fantastic Four featuring Pedro Pascal as Pedro Pascal. I am, and Mauler is. So I want to go in there untainted. Untainted. So I want to make my own determination. Then I'll come out and I'll do my review like I did with Superman. And I will be straight down the line. Straight down the line. It's the only way that you can be is as honest as possible. And if I like it, I'm going to tell you I like it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. But one thing I definitely will tell you is whether or not I thought Fantastic Four was better than Superman. That's one thing I absolutely will tell you. Not your average fan with a $2 says, saw Sinners last night. What a pile of dog shit. Wow. I haven't seen it. Seems to have a lot of positive praise. I will see it. Sinners is a film that I do ultimately want to see. I'll see it when it comes out on streaming. John Gets Gaming with a $2 says, as your mic seems loud in comparison compared to the others. That's good. That's good news. Thank you, John. That is good news. Amish Warlord with a $5 says, Marvel characters that need their own movies. Squirrel Girl. Obnoxio the Clown, Kid Kaiju, Shamrock, Slapstick, and Bumbler. I'm sure they're all in the works right now. JJK58174 with a membership for 8 months says, Hail, which of the 3 big July movies was each of your most painless to watch? Well, I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet. So ask me that question on FNT, dude. Or maybe next week when we talk when we'll have a full spoiler discussion about Fantastic Four. But ask us next week, because right now, which one did I prefer? Silly dinosaur movie or Superman? I'll be honest, I'll have to have a think about that. There's no clear-cut answer. I didn't like either of them. But they were both that bad. I don't really care to see any. Louis C with the $5 says, X-ray girl, hook me up with an LS engine.
In my factory. Many in my factory.
Come again? Johnny to the $2 says, engine fire Gotry. Cali, hey QBG. Cali Laser Removal LLC with a $5 says, Gary, is this the gayest Fantastic Four movie ever? Maybe. Maybe. The throat's drying up. I'm burning up. My office is a fucking sauna. Amish Warlord with a $5 says, I would have saved Galactus for the next big Avengers villain. Give him all the powers from the comics and have everyone fight him as a group. Probably would have made the most sense. Grok Base with a 50 Swedish says, doing the Bond marathon with my friend, liked Female M 20 years ago, but man, it hits very different now. I can't wait for the end of Skyfall. Wow. Okay. It's 93 right now, and our heat index is 105. Yeesh. Dark Hierophant has been a member for 15. Thank you. Kalioth with the $2 says, did Fantastic Four use the ultimate nullifier on the audience? We'll find out. We'll find out when the box office starts to come in, shall we? Aaron with a 40 shekels or 40 yen, maybe. Is Fantastic Four filled with jokes like Superman does? Chris Gore said that the jokes are scaled back. It doesn't have all that Marvel humor. It's been scaled back so things can actually hit and land. So that's going to be interesting to see, because I like something to actually have some sort of stakes and hit. Rook takes Rook with a $2. Thank you, Rook takes Rook. Health Minister of Belgium with a $5 says, Disney wanted me to play Silver Surfer, but they couldn't afford the aircraft carrier size longboard for me. Oh. Sadness. Brujo with a 5 Australian says, breaking news, bats in hell reported to be evacuating upon news of Ozzy's passing. One fleeing bat was overheard screeching, not again. Oh, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, man. That is heartbreaking. I am just so glad he did manage to do his farewell gig, you know. But man, it was like he'd done what he needed to do, and it was time for another angel to get their wings. In hell. Grog based with a 20 Swedish says, the quickening, Keith Richards is the strongest. It's amazing to think that Keith Richards is still alive. It's insanity. Ozzy Mandius with a 10 Aussies says, if you could reboot the MCU based on the comic timeline, which era would you set it in? Thank you. I don't think any rebooting is going to do anything to save, and it's too oversaturated. It really is just too oversaturated. But if I was going to reboot Marvel, I would put it in the 60s. I would reboot it in the 60s. Let's get it right into proper kind of like Marvel starting era. Get it into the 60s. Get that aesthetic going. It could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun. Le Chevalier Delise with a 61 month says, hello, Longman and Az. I didn't know if you talk about it already, but Jeremy Johns liked the Fantastic Four. He's one of the few critics I trust. Just curious, Mr. Fantastic versus Plastic Man. Who do you think wins? I don't care. Probably Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. He's cleverer. He's cleverer than Plastic Man. So he would ultimately outthink him. He would ultimately outthink him. With Jeremy Johns, I confess, I don't watch. I haven't seen a lot of Jeremy Johns, but from all intents and purposes, a lot of people think that guy calls it down the middle. So if he liked it, I believe he liked it. And who knows? I could be coming out. I could come out the cinema and go, I like that. I like that. I could do that. And I actually thought I was going to, like I said, I thought I was going to come out as Superman and go like, do you know what? I thought it was okay. Didn't blow me away, but I thought it was okay. But I left Superman going, I'm never going to watch this crap again. So maybe I don't have particularly high hopes for this film. So maybe I watch this and I come out and go, do you know what? I actually quite liked it. I'm something of a girl boss myself, don't you know? Boobies. Demon Cavid with a $12 says, Matthew. It's pretty fucking deep there, dude. Matthew. Jay Walker with a $5 says, sucks to see Mauler subreddit flooded with people who like Superman. Then again, I remember, it's Reddit. We have failed, fellas. Well, this is the weird thing. If you like the film, cool. If you don't like the film, cool. It's the weird cope that's getting me. Objectivity seems to have vanished from quite a few people, and cope is starting to manifest in its face. Yes, but if you took all the toys, and then if you took the Dr. Pepper sponsorship into consideration, which kind of goes into the production budget, by the way. Amish Warlord with a $2 says, you would think Ant-Man can beat Galactus via anal probe? Yes. Jens with a 66 month says, shout out to the Prince of Darkness who passed on today. R.I.P. Ozzy. Yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Fucking gutted, man. Oh, Jeff, I'm absolutely going to get the 4K of Knight Rider. 100%. 100%, Jeff. Lion Main Man with a $5 says, when people say the movie was not bad, that's a really low bar. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Okay, I absolutely agree. Like I said, when Chris Gore said I didn't hate it, that isn't a massive compliment to me. If instead of the qualifier being, is the film good? The qualifier is now the film's bad. It shows just how mentally the psyche's now working with movies. We're grading it on how bad it is as opposed to how good it is. So, yeah, if somebody says it's not bad, to me, that says 5, 6 out of 10. That's what that says to me. Because 7 out of 10 to me is good. It was good. It was a 7 out of 10. It was good. Not bad. 5.5, 6 out of 10. It was okay. 5 out of 10. That's why I had to adjust my Superman from 5 out of 10 down to 4, because ultimately it didn't actually meet the requirements to be mid. Cisco black and red uniform. Oh, the OG one. Yeah. I've got the Cisco gray. I'm going to order that. I'm going to pre-order that for sure. Shop pre-orders. Cisco pre-order. Of course, he's got his hair as well because he shaved his hair off. View cart. Check out. Log in. Logged in. Yes. Log in. Jeez. God, I'm logging in all over the place. Processing. Review payment. Yes. Pay now. Yes. Processing. Thank you for your order. Got him. Okay, done. Done. I got one of the Gorns. I do have the Gorn on pre-order as well. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. But I Lion Main Man, I absolutely agree. If you're saying that it's not bad, it's not really that big a compliment. It really isn't. Hood Jigsaw with the $5 says, sending love to y'all. Entertainment in long form is an art, and I feel you guys have it down. You three are me and my girlfriend's favorites. Hood Jigsaw, big thank you to you. Big thank you to your missus, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Lion the Main Man with a $10 this time says, people say Henry Cavill's Superman is not hopeful. Like, bro, did you not watch the movie? He saves people from an oil rig, saves Lois, saves someone falling from a helicopter, and smiles from time to time. Yeah, I think what people are pissed about is the thousands of people that he contributed towards the deaths of in Metropolis. I think that's what some people have a big issue with. Is that Crimson Feather Plays has been a member for 31 months. Is R.I.P. Ozzy. Big time. Big time. Calioth with a $2 says winner of most drug use, Ozzy, Cobain, or Richards. Well, Cobain you can just scratch because he died at 27. Probably Keith Richards, I would say. Just on reputation, obviously we have no idea. But just on reputation, I think it probably Keith Richards. Probably Keith Richards. Beardo Soggy Blue Waffle. Oh God. Waffy. Waffy. Wow, okay. With a £5 since Mauler, looking forward to EFAP anniversary. Garctic Phone and new Boogie Breakdowns, ? He did just get engaged. Oh, no. P.S. As missed Supes before streams started. P.S. As missed Supes before stream started? No. I've read out right from the start. So even the ones that didn't get read out, even the Supes that came in before the show started, they've all been read out. YouTube now do record those, so don't worry. Lady Erin, I don't know, and I don't care about that name. I want nothing to do with it. Brunswick Green with $5 says, I was late to the stream. Was the Marvel Fantastic Four movie any good? Also, hey, Morley, Gary thought it was okay. There was some stuff that he liked in it. There was stuff he didn't like in it. He thought it was okay. Zeke Zion has become a member. Zeke Zion, thank you very much indeed. TJ Klink has been a member for 4 months. Says, did the long man get a chance to try Mass Effect yet? I played all 3 games games once a year because I love the story. My favorite sci-fi behind DS9 and SG1. I'll tell you now, he's been way too busy, most likely. Way too busy. I know what he's working on. I know what he's working on. You're in for a treat. Diane Seaborn has been a member for 10 months. Diane, thank you. Marksman of 117B with a $2 says, I sent Log Horizon DVD. Glad they made it. It was Marksman. Sorry, Marksman. Didn't give you the credit that you deserve. Yes, the Blu-ray. I think it was Blu-rays. I think it's Blu-rays. I think you sent it in Blu-ray, not just da-da-da. Or at least one season in Blu-ray. Anyway, yes, thank you, Marksman. Yes, I did get them. I probably shouted you out at the time, but it was a long time ago. It was like years ago that you did that. So thank you. B-Train with a $5 says, what is the last movie you watched multiple times in a theater? Mine was Joker. Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine 6 times at the cinema. True story. Saw it 6 times at the cinema. And I saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 3 times at the cinema. I really liked it. The missus really liked it. And we always found ourselves like shopping near to a theater. So we just kind of we would pop in and just watch it again. And it was a good laugh. So yeah, I saw Deadpool Wolverine six times at the cinema. I like that film. I like it a lot. It gave me a lot of laughs. I enjoyed that film immensely. Unapologetically so. Unapologetically so. Wolfbane with a 2 Canadian says R.I.P. Ozzy. Right? Sad news. Play the high note with the 5 Australian says R.I.P. Ozzy. Aww. Calioth with a $2 says, how many engines does X-Ray Girl have? I know a mechanic. She's got a lot in her factory. That's all I know. I saw Haley Atwell 6 times. So I fucking wish. I saw 6 things on her. Yeah, boy. Johnny's with a $5 says, Engine Girl, lol. Yeah, but would you ask?
In my factory.
If I put some booze down me, put some booze down me, no problem. Get some Dutch courage, with that one. She looks like she'd snap in half. I'm concerned about that. And Jeff Strong with a 34 months says, did you order the Knight Rider in 4K ads? I absolutely will be. I absolutely will be. Right, chat, we have caught up. Massive thank you to everyone who's come to watch today. Tomorrow, Ripping a Silverback is going to be on my channel. 1:30 Central Time start PM, 7:30 PM UK time. I'm going to see the Fantastic Four on Thursday. And when I come home, I will do my Fantastic Four non-spoiler review / thoughts. Friday Night Tights, Maul as the guest. We're going to be talking Fantastic Four, obviously. Sunday, afternoon tea with us. And Sunday, fun day. And I will try to get a video out tomorrow as well. And a video out on Saturday and Friday. Woo! So it's going to be busy. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today, chat. We went over 7,000 at peak. Massive numbers today. Massive thank you, considering this wasn't even meant to be on my channel today. Mods, thank you for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, all that good stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Goodbye, Baloo Boo.